the stories begin. Welcome to the ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. As you can see, that was the bop of a century. So you know it's Saturday night. Welcome to the Saturday Night Wrestlemaiacs, presented by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. We are joined tonight by two of the three of the Four Corner Boys. And guess what we talking tonight? Night of Champions 2026. I mean, if it's in Saudi Arabia, man, it might as well be whatever it is. So to go around the room, you got the People's Choice Don Rodriguez, Hollywood T, King Mel, the Nubian Sumo, the big guy KG. Jay Will is on special assignment tonight, but we are your hosts for the night. Gentlemen, how y'all feeling?
Pretty good, sir. Feeling like there was a lot of championing going on. I guess we'll get to that in a minute. Surprise I wasn't expecting, but it's cool with it. Wasn't expecting it. I'm cool with it. That's the most leading I can give you on that one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. To jump right into it, you saw. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all saw something this afternoon. That you saw two things this afternoon that lets you know that two of your biggest performers are global. That's all I'm gonna say. When we get to it, you'll understand. Hollywood T, King Mel, how y'all feeling?
Oh man, I'm good, man.
Do you say two of them are global? Is that the word you use? Global?
Global. They known around the world, and it makes me smile because they as we say. So
I hope we're not talking about because I don't want to overstep because I'm a guest still. I don't want to.
Guess you got a shelf in the refrigerator. Stop it.
I don't want to overstep. I hope you're not talking about the gingerbread man.
No.
I'm about to say because if you call him global,
no.
Then I'm Marvel Universe.
No. Night of Champions, which number one, I don't know why you would call. I mean, I guess because it was nighttime over there, but Night of Champions used to be a well-respected event. But I digress. When you getting money for doing stuff, all you got to do is pay for the pyro and just put something on. So, to start it off, Obafemi becomes your king of the ring.
Spoiler.
I mean,
you ain't call a match first,
huh?
You ain't say the match. You just
Obafemi
went straight to the end.
Yeah, because it was. What's the point of talking about it? We called it like 2 weeks ago.
Well, some people may have thought Yeet Master could have got it. He could have did it.
I thought he was going to win.
I knew he was going to win.
I thought I thought Jay was gonna win.
Oh no, I knew Obafemi was gonna win that. Obafemi versus Jey Uso. Obafemi wins King of the Ring. This is superstar number one that I say is global. You're in Saudi Arabia, and you got people doing the Obafemi bop in Saudi Arabia. This is global, man. This is global. This is from the cornfields in Nebraska to whatever they got in South Dakota and Iowa. Now you in Saudi Arabia and you got people doing the Obafemi bop. I'm gonna start off with Hollywood T. Go to Nubian Sumo, King Mail, Don. You finish it out. Let's go.
Like I said, I thought Jay was gonna win. I thought that Brock was gonna get involved and cost him the match. The setup Brock, Oba 3 in Minnesota. He retires him at home. That's what I thought was gonna happen, and I thought Jay was gonna win. When Oba won, I was kind of mad until the end of the night, and I don't want to spoil it, but till the end of the night, that's when I was like, okay. And I can't wait till we talk about that because, boy, Oba, man, man, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, man.
Hey, you might as well get a towel because you're about to get wet, buddy.
Yeah, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, man. But nah, I think it was we haven't been on it in a while, so me and Jay talked about me and King Mel talked about a whole bunch of different scenarios. You could have had Javon Evans win. You could have had Jay win, then to keep the bloodline storyline going. But I mean, Oba's on fire right now, and usually with the King of the Ring, we've seen in the past, at least when we all were growing up, we saw how that catapulted to the next level for that person. So hopefully that does that for Oba. Congratulations to him.
I was thinking that it was going to be Javon Evans. I was thinking it was going to be his launching pad into the main event, main event level. When he wound up losing to Jay, I figured they would go ahead with Jay and Oba not win because, like you said, I thought Brock was going to come in and set up for SummerSlam. Do I like Obafemi winning King of the Ring? Not really. I don't think he needs it. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but I don't think he needs it. He's already big in a pretty good status as it is. So this isn't something that he actually needs to help him catapult up. He doesn't need a world championship at this time. I don't think he's not ready. I don't think he's in the position to be ready for it. And if I really want to be critical, Obafemi should have lost this match tonight on the simple fact that he tapped out to Jey Uso tonight. Whether you noticed it or not, he tapped out to Jey Uso in that sleeper hold. If you go back and look at it, he had 3 consecutive rhythmic taps on his leg before he started coming out of that sleeper hold. He actually tapped out. That would have been a tap out. In any other match, that would have been a tap out. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. It doesn't look like it's going to be Oba and Brock, or Brock is going to be involved. We don't know how Brock is going to be involved in SummerSlam at all now. So, I mean, it's Minnesota, and it's going to be his retirement. We just don't know in what capacity now. So, we'll see how it goes.
All right. So, to piggyback off of what both of y'all said, as far as like when Mike T started off saying, well, Hollywood T, I did think it was going to be Jay because I thought Jay was going to cost Oba the match. I definitely thought Jay was going to cost Oba the match to set up for the Brock Lesnar. It would have been cool if it was Javon to see like, okay, WWE is actually really in this new era type of deal that Triple H say every other PLE. But I'm glad Oba did win. I'm glad he won the way he won. And it just makes it so much sweeter. Like KG said, this man going global now. They got people in Saudi going, Oba, doing the chant, doing everything, doing the walk. So the way that he won, I'm glad he won. Glad he had the pose. The ruler is now the king. Now the question is he going after Roman or the WWE Undisputed Champion?
Sumo, I'm gonna have to disagree with one thing you said. I think, and I was hoping that Oba would win, because I think this is something he needs, not from the positioning standpoint that they put him in, not from, as KG alluded to, being global, from the promo side of things. Now he's got another layer in his promo to be able to talk about, so that way he can shore up the last piece of the puzzle, because he can't keep doing the short promos. And, you know, he had a good after-match promo. So that if they continue with that, I think that set the stage for him to be good. But this gives him something to latch on to greater than, you know, well, I'm the ruler, you know, I'm the best at this, or blah, 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 blah. You know, now he's the king. How does he relate to that? How does he lead that in? And if he's studied, then, you know, Booker T is the best archetype for him to see, you know, how to take something that was nothing in general when Booker got it and make it into your own, to the point to where that's more synonymous with your character than most of the work that you did as a single superstar in the Booker standpoint, in my opinion. So I think this is good for him for character building. The question is, where does he go from here, and does he understand how to use it to his benefit?
Anthony asked a question about King of the Ring. He said, guys, did every King of the Ring winner end up winning a major title, or not necessarily?
I don't know. Not everybody.
No, not everybody.
No, I remember they gave the.
Hold on now, because you gotta start with the Stone Cold. You got Triple H, Booker T.
But then you have Billy Gunn.
You got Billy Gunn.
Yeah,
you got Mabel. You got Owen Hart.
Yeah, Billy Gunn, Owen Hart, Mabel. It's a couple of people that didn't win.
there's a lot of them that didn't win, but I'm saying that there was a little pocket there where King of the Ring was significant toward going toward a title shot.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it usually sets you up for the next level. But I mean, I think I want to piggyback off of Sumo. He didn't need it. Like, I just don't think he needed it. You know, like, I don't know. It's a tough spot. Now, people throw out Javon Evans. I don't think he's ready yet.
No disrespect to him, he's just not ready.
Yeah, I just don't like them flippity guys. That's all they do. Like,
well,
you got to be able to wrestle.
The ring is for, though, to get you ready.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna get ready by the time SummerSlam comes, because there's somebody else. Oh, I cannot wait to talk about that. KG, my man KG, I love KG to death, but man, he got to eat some crow tonight.
Nah.
Well, I'm gonna say this. King of the Ring is supposed to be where you test the waters, because it's supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. Now, if I'm wrong, gentlemen, tell me I'm wrong. You win King of the Ring, they put you in the conversation of possibly European title, which no longer exists. So you go with U.S. title, Intercontinental title, because there's no title below that. So those two titles on the same thing. You win one of those, they see if you can carry the mantle. Then they move you up to the World Championship, Undisputed Championship. That's the way the run's supposed to go. So those are your levels. We don't have those levels anymore. Nobody comes in and pays those dues anymore. So, I mean, you got to, this is where you kind of make it back to what it's supposed to be. With Obafemi winning King of the Ring, okay, you put him in the discussion for U.S. title or Intercontinental title?
Hell no.
Hell, you can't.
Hell
No,
no.
Why not?
Because what is the point?
you put him in one of those titles, you just killing him at that point.
Yeah, dude. Like, do we believe anybody in that division is going to beat him?
Well, I mean,
Hell no.
You have put him in the position to be a monster right now.
Yeah.
Like,
So it would behoove him to be chasing rather than just to settle for a lower title at this
well,
point.
I'm not saying that's the end all to be all, but I mean, that ascension, and I said it in our chat earlier when we were talking about a certain somebody we'll talk about in a little bit, but it's like a rocket strapped to his back. It's going to happen quickly. And then once he does that, then, you quickly move him up to the next level and he's chasing again.
But that's what happened with Stone Cold.
Yeah. You
This
put
is
the Rocket on his back after Austin 316.
Yeah,
you
but
had
what I'm
him,
saying
the
is
Rock,
he
and
didn't
Triple
need-
H feuding for the Intercontinental Championship.
He didn't need that. They just did that to kill time. And Shawn Michaels was being a prick and wasn't trying to drop the belt to nobody.
But can you admit that we did get one of the best feuds? It was a 3-way feud for the Intercontinental Championship.
We got lucky.
We caught lightning in the bottle as fans. I mean, if we didn't get that, you would have never got Rudy Poo Bridge. You would have never got when you walking through the airport and your little beeper goes off and you see the 316, you'd have never got that promo. And the Rock's beeper goes off in the ring and then Austin comes and kicks his ass in the ring because he get the 316.
But once he won King of the Ring, everyone knew within the next year it was him. He didn't need none of that other stuff. It was an added incentive for us to watch the show because he's coming on the show every week, just dropping these dimes and having these. Put it this way, it helped Rock more than it helped Stone Cold.
really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would have believed it's different. So I can only go from the.
Stone Cold won King of the Ring, it was a wrap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But what I'm saying is him in between having to do the Intercontinental stuff, that didn't help him no way, no at all. No one cared about that no more. We wanted to see him win the ring. We for example, think about it this way. This is how hot Stone Cold was. That Vince thought after the Canadian the Montreal screw job, Vince thought he was going to be a babyface. There was only one person in that company that they could have put on the other side of Vince McMahon, and it would have worked. At that point in time, you couldn't have put Rock; he wasn't ready yet. You couldn't have put Triple H; he wasn't ready yet. And DX was heels at the time, so it makes no sense for them to just all of a sudden say, "You know what? We're gonna beef with Vince." Didn't matter. Stone Cold was the only person in that company at that time that once he won the King of the Ring, it didn't matter what you did with him. You could have put him against Doink the Clown for a feud. Long as he won, everybody would have just been, you know what I'm saying? If he would have poured beer on Doink the Clown, everybody would have been happy. Nobody would have cared. It was nothing you could do. It's the same thing with Oba right now, where Oba, if you put Oba in anything else, how can I put this? If you put him in anything else other than the championship match, it's just a waste at this point. Because they did this. If they didn't do this, if he would have lost, then I get what KG's saying. But the fact that he won, you have to put the Rocket on him now.
You do. I agree with that. But remember, we still have the stopgap of Brock Lesnar. So it's not like he's going to become champion next week. I think they're playing the long game. You still got to interject. You got to interject Brock, and then you stretch it out toward. I think he's not touching that belt till WrestleMania.
Shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like
in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Watch.
No, he's not going to become champion in Minnesota.
How much you want to bet?
Hey, how much of TKO's money you want to bet? Because they can't afford too much. But if they trying to put butts in next year's WrestleMania seats, what do you think is the smartest place to put an attraction like that?
Well,
have him chase to that, or let's say he picks Cody, just throwing something out there. Who's the consummate chaser? Cody versus Oba leading up to that.
I get
don't
what we're
really
doing. We
care.
acting like we don't know what
Why-
happened.
But you know, him chasing towards Roman, that may be something different.
Why
We
can't
got to
we?
get through Brock. Even if he's in the championship match and Brock shows up, you know, Brock interferes and that starts a match. They start feuding, whatever. But Brock Lesnar is his stopgap between him becoming champion later than sooner.
If he goes against
a money
Roman,
thing.
Brock ain't getting involved.
So my question is, right? Why can't he have like the same type of career as Brock? There's nothing wrong with that. Brock won King of the Ring. Brock won a world champion at SummerSlam. Then on top of that, Brock lost the belt at Survivor Series and then still headlined WrestleMania, ended up winning the Royal Rumble and still went on to chase the championship back. So why can't he do that? I'm
Two
confused.
things. First is Paul Heyman. Brock had a mouthpiece that was solidifying and had clout.
Hold
The
on right there.
second
Hold on
is
right there.
generations.
You said Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman turned on Brock within that story.
Yeah, he did.
Paul
It don't
Heyman
matter
turned
about
on
when,
Brock.
it don't. You said why can't he have a career and a trajectory like Brock?
Yeah,
all
but
started
I'm talking
with Paul
about
Heyman.
the very first start, right? That 2002 of Brock Lesnar. He won King of the Ring. He beat The Rock at SummerSlam. He lost the belt to Big Show. Paul Heyman turned on him at that Survivor Series when he lost the belt to Big Show. He went on the chase to get the championship back from Kurt Angle. No Paul Heyman in sight, no nothing. He became a bad guy in 2002 and finished as a face. By the time 2020, by the time 2003 came, WrestleMania season came.
Yeah, but how much of him with Paul Heyman solidified him to get in that direction?
About
He didn't do it by
35%.
himself. Now, could he have been great? And I'll challenge you with that thought process. Make sure you watch. I'll plug it. Chris Van Vliet's interview with Paul as he was talking about, and he asked Paul, "Hey, what would Brock's career look like with no Paul Heyman? He's still gonna be a monster, but at the same time, that lead up in that situation for Paul Heyman to get involved versus Paul Heyman, you know, just a spoiler alert on the thing, being set up with Chris Benoit, courtesy of Vince at the time. That was the plan. You know, it would not have been a rocket ship for Brock Lesnar. He would have done it, but it wouldn't have been as dynamic as it was.
I don't know.
And that's what has been. Hey,
I don't know about that one.
Isn't it better that isn't it he's
I'm just paraphrasing what Paul Heyman said. Y'all
Yeah,
can
but I'm giving
I
that
got
what
what you-
Paul said.
but
That
isn't
ain't
it- Isn't it better that he's doing it without a mouthpiece, though? Isn't it better that Obafemi is doing everything without a mouthpiece?
again.
If we trying to,
back
if
what
we
I
trying
said,
to say
King of the
like Paul
Ring
Heyman was that much of an
Yes.
impact, right? Within
Yes.
Brock Heyman, and then Obafemi is doing this without a mouthpiece.
Obafemi
So why
has
can't we
the
let
look,
Oba?
the size, and he has been positioned right with how they've utilized him. Without Paul Heyman, well, actually, without Taz bringing Brock Lesnar to Paul Heyman to say, "Hey, Paul, intervene before they ruin this," you'd be talking about something different. If that scenario didn't happen, you'd be talking about something different. Obafemi is just right place, right time, right size, and they're doing it intelligently because they have an archetype, Brock Lesnar, to be able to say, well, this is what worked. We can't do it exactly, but what can we change on this? Brock had a dynamic entrance. You know, he does the thing, the fire comes up. Okay, what if we don't do that? What if we play it subtle with the lighting? He comes out. This guy named Nubian Sumo loves a bop, so you got a bop, but let's put the pomp and circumstance at the end with the dynamic pose. You know, they're playing around with the Brock Lesnar scenario. You just don't have a Paul Heyman. That's why I said the King of the Ring is perfect for him, because now he's got something to talk about that can give him a character build beyond I'm the ruler. We got that. You can beat everybody. We got that. You slinging, got that going solo, and everybody else like it's nothing across the ring. We got that. But 6 years from now, you still can't be bopping and say I'm the ruler. We'll be over it. He's not at the Stone Cold level. He's not at the Rock level in reference to longevity. Yet he needs still that something, and that's in the promo piece.
I think he right there with Stone Cold.
No way. Hey, no way in the world.
I think you're thinking
Cold,
about
I'm about to kick you off the show.
I mean, you can. That would be your choice. That would be your choice.
He's there yet.
That would be your choice. But I think at the point that Stone Cold won the King of the Ring and Oba won King of the Ring, I think they're at the same point.
The Bop and Austin 316 are nowhere in the same stratosphere, galaxy, or anything.
That's because the way that fans interject themselves in the wrestling is totally different than it used to be. See, sometimes when we had these conversations, we forget that there's a totally different fan base in 2012.
I don't think about it. I'm thinking about dollars and cents. How much money does the Bop make? Quantify.
We don't know yet. We didn't know.
Quantify that?
We don't know yet.
How much money does the Bop make?
What I'm
not
saying,
over in ticket sales.
We didn't know that 316 was going to make money to the next day.
That's what I was going to say right there, because we don't know that. We don't know the effects of the Bop. We've
seen the Bop long enough, right? We've seen the Bop long enough. It's not like the Bop just happened yesterday.
And it's over.
316 started the next day and made millions the day after. Think about that.
Nobody's doing that now, though. Nobody's doing that now.
Then how is he in the same level as Stone Cold? Stone Cold is making millions and he ain't even wrestling.
Because
you don't even see the guy.
Because you have to look at the way wrestling is taken in now compared to the way it was taken in back then. Back then, there was 8 million people, 9 million people watching Monday Night Raw that next Monday. Yeah. No one's watching any TV like that.
How much promotion are they doing for Stone Cold right now? How many Austin 316 promotions, commercials, videos? Where can you comparing his career? My son does not see Austin 316 unless he searches for it. He's a Yeet guy.
You're comparing his career to Oba. I'm not comparing their careers. I'm comparing the moment that they won King of the Ring. The exact moment they won King of the Ring. No one knew when Stone Cold, matter of fact, no one even knew that Stone Cold was going to beat Jake the Snake Roberts. That's a fact. No one knew that he was going to win that match.
Right. And
so when he won that match, they put the rocking on him and he extended.
Well, he put the rocking on himself. He cut that promo solo.
He did. He cut the promo. That helped him. But what I'm saying is the Rock had been on Oba. Oba's just going up like this. That's all he's doing. He's been going up like this. And this, I think, puts him
Stone Cold level. That's a big statement.
But you got to look at it like this.
That's a lot of pressure.
Saying. What you got to look at it like this. You got to look at what Obafemi did in NXT. That was his platform. And then once he jumped off the platform, he's been flying ever since. I see what he's saying. We're talking about nobody knew how big that King of the Ring was, that win for Stone Cold was, then the Austin 316 after. Yes, we knew it was a classic moment. We didn't know it was going to be this big at that moment. We're looking at it in hindsight. So you telling me 25, 30 years from now, we start talking about Obafemi and we sitting around on somebody's satellite television on the moon, we talking about Obafemi when he won in 2026 and we talking 2051. You know how big of a moment that was. You remember 25 years ago, Hollywood T said he was in the same situation with Stone Cold. Now we can look at it in that same light because it's the same amount of time gone. I see what he's saying.
If that's the case, then you quantify it tomorrow. Austin 316 was a global phenomenon the next day.
You can't do that.
You can't. And that's without social media.
You can't. All right.
That moment, over winning is one thing, and he cut a good promo. Stone Cold cut the promo.
Well,
I'm not discounting Obafemi winning. I'm just saying that putting him in the strong locked-in comparison with Stone Cold. That's a big statement right there. Not saying he can't get there, but today is not his Stone Cold day.
He's in the best position as the King of the Ring winner, next to Stone Cold.
Is the impact of what happened? That is what's measured. That's what I'm talking about.
True, but I'm gonna repeat it, and KG agree with me. He is in the best position next to Stone Cold Steve Austin as a King of the Ring winner. And I think he about to win the belt quicker than Stone Cold.
I say he has more momentum than Stone Cold going into King of the Ring.
True. I agree.
I'll say that for sure. There's Stone Cold just went in, as you said, nobody was expecting anything. It was a toss-up. It's Oba or Jay. One of them's going to be right. So he had a better, perception. But I'm hoping, in my opinion, that, like I said, his archetype is going to be Booker T. Because
hell no, man! Come on, stop doing that, man.
Well, I'm talking about Booker T. Hey, do you talk? How many conversations do we have about King Booker or First Thought? Or are you thinking about Harlem Heat?
We got to stop doing this.
You only talk about Harlem Heat when you talk about tag. You don't talk about Booker's World Championship run. You don't talk about anything he did in WWE when he was single. You think about King Booker because he created that character and that scenario to make the King of the Ring equally as big as the character he was portraying. He made King of the Ring something, and that's what I'm saying about Oba. I'm not saying the archetype needs to be follow and do the cartoony stuff with Goldust and all that. I'm saying take this and make it a vehicle to catapult yourself to another level as a character instead of just the flat that we got, because it's going to get old.
I hate when they do that King gimmick after they win King of the Ring.
It's flat because it's one-dimensional. Obafemi, the ruler. I mean, Brock Lesnar branched out and did this stuff with Kurt Angle. I mean, he even added some layers to his character, as King Mel talked about. There was other things that Brock did in the midst of his career that broadened his horizons, instead of just being eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. You can only watch that for so long and be like, well, we know what Brock Lesnar is going to do. Why do you think the people hated John Cena? Super Cena. Well, here he comes into the ring. We know what's going to happen here. Oh, my God. No, it ain't going to happen. There's 8 people in the King of the Ring. I'm sorry, the Royal Rumble ring right now. Give it a minute. John Cena eliminates 8 people. What the hell? And then we just keep on with the match. You're like, really? 8 people? He didn't. Big Show. Oh, my God. Beat the Big Show. He beat everybody. Who the hell's left for John Cena? That's all.
What happened with Oba?
No.
I don't know.
What get ready.
Brock Lesnar beat him once. So we've already started and showed that he is not undefeated.
The only other monster they had beat him. It's not like a regular wrestler beat him.
Right, but he's been beaten. John Cena was just on a tirade. Everybody losing to Cena for no reason. Even when he should have lost, Cena won.
But you said it was about.
And I'm a Cena guy.
Hold on, you contradicted yourself though. You said it was about making money. You said it was about making money, right?
Now, don't get on the money thing, because
John Cena was making money.
Quantify it. The bot doesn't make money.
Oh my God! Okay, all right. Yeah, man.
Because an arena is finite in how much they can put in.
Y'all got ending credits, like
no.
The bot don't make no money, dog.
It's common sense. From a business standpoint, you can only put so many people in an arena.
Okay,
but I can print infinite amount of t-shirts.
So did the Yes movement make money?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so the bop
because it was a t-shirt.
The bop is the exact same thing.
Google a bop t-shirt and show it to us. I mean, tell me wherever we can find it. I'll put it up.
I guarantee you they're gonna have a shirt with him like this.
Show it. Look it up now. Don't shake your head. I'm challenging you. Go to WWEshop.com and look at Obafemi shirt. If you see a bop, we can track the t-shirt sales and have it up posted tomorrow. Actually, we can Google it and find it today.
Hold on. You can find an Obafemi t-shirt, and everybody ain't buying. That's another thing. You talk about t-shirt sales. You can have an Obafemi t-shirt. You can have an Obafemi, all this stuff. The question is TKO/WWE pushing it the way that they will push the Yes movement? Are they pushing it the way they pushed Austin 316? I don't think they're pushing his merchandise like that. They're not pushing him. They're not pushing Trick. They're not pushing none of that. But guess what? Obafemi's global.
Yeah.
You got kids in Saudi Arabia, California, the Maldives, Egypt.
KG, don't you be?
I hate the bop.
Don't you be speaking out of both sides, because also on this show you said and talked about how Stone Cold is global as well, and kids out there throwing up middle fingers, doing stunners, and all this stuff. You can't
he
speak
is.
the word Stone Cold in Saudi Arabia without people going off talking about, oh, hell yeah.
True.
I guarantee if you go back and watch the footage, there's 316 t-shirts.
Yeah, but Oba going into this match, Oba was way more over than Stone Cold was.
At the same point, you got
At the
you
exact
can't
same point.
deny it.
Yeah, like I said, he has the momentum going into the match. That's irrefutable.
I'm gonna tell you something. Oba is a lesson, and the lesson is Oba Femi is what Keith Lee should have been as well.
Don't even go there. We don't even need to get.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to see what's going on with Keith Lee. We don't need to bring up Keith Lee, man.
But no,
cooking right now.
tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not trying to get into that emotion. God dang it! I don't know if the dude is injured, if he's hurt, if he's
sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even want to. I just want to keep prayers up for Keith Lee. I'm hoping that he's still married to Mia Yim. Because some of these videos I be watching,
he's still married to Mia Yim.
She ain't got no ring on.
She ain't going nowhere.
They don't do TikToks anymore. He used to be in the background doing stuff. Like, you don't see Keith.
She's trying to protect him. She's protecting him.
I just keep praying for my man.
I looked up the Oba shirts while y'all was having this discussion. First of all, they just came out with a new shirt that he won for the King of the Ring, right? It's already, the last purchase was 5 minutes ago. So in the middle of you talking about dollars and cents, somebody bought another shirt.
Yeah, and how many people bought a Stone Cold shirt? So that's
Stone Cold, bro.
You brought up the whole conversation is about Stone Cold.
I said Stone Cold at that point.
You brought him up. You asked. You said how much? The money. Of course they go buy an Oba Femi shirt. It just happened. That's common sense. But the fact that a Stone Cold shirt is still being bought, that's the difference. That's what everybody is aspiring to be. That level. Cody doesn't have that. Brock doesn't have that. That longevity. The Rock doesn't have that.
The Rock does have that. People still buying Rock shirts right now.
Stone Cold outsells everybody. Look it up. Y'all talking out
your ass. We're not saying he don't.
Facts that have been reported.
We ain't saying that he don't.
We're not saying he don't. You arguing a point that we know. Nobody said nothing to that point of Stone Cold don't sell merch.
When you were looking up, did you see a Bop t-shirt? Because we're talking about the Bop versus 316. Did you find a Bop t-shirt?
No, we weren't. You brought that up. We never said that.
I know. You said you were looking. You being an investigative journalist. Did you find a t-shirt for the Bop? Because if we're trying to compare, you can't. Oba doesn't have a catchphrase.
They don't sell. Listen, they don't sell the Bop shirt for. They don't sell the Bop shirt for Oba. They sell the pose. He has multiple shirts where he does his pose when they dim the lights out. That's what they sell for him. That's his signature.
And I got you, Mel. On top of that, at no point, this is the great thing about YouTube, because in YouTube, if you guys are watching, if you're on your phone, all you got to do is double click it backwards. And if you're on a computer, you can just hit the arrow backwards. No one ever compared the Bop to 316 except you. That's not what I was saying at all. I never said that. What I said
that the Bop was all he had. You said, well, what does that got to do versus the Stone Cold thing? I'm like, the Stone Cold thing is quantifiable because you could see and track 316 because they had the t-shirts the next day.
No, what I said
was, you can't check.
What I said was that when Stone Cold won King of the Ring and Oba won King of the Ring, they're at the same level right there where the Rocket is put on their backs. That's what I said. And I said that Oba is the only King of the Ring that's comparable on that level with Stone Cold. That's what I said. You started bringing in dollars and cents. I never said nothing about no money. That's one thing I don't do. I'm a wrestling fan. I don't care what type of money they make. I don't get none of it. So I'm talking about the product that I seen on the screen.
Isn't that right, KG? We are entitled to some dues.
Yeah,
we all are. We all are.
But no, for real. No, for real.
Y'all we entitled to some dues. They done did too. Like, we all entitled to checks, and I mean,
goddamn, we entitled to some
checks. All need that money. We need our money. But I'm gonna say something real quick. Certain people are in the comments saying certain things. I just want you to hear this.
Who is?
You can say what you want to say, do what you want to do. You can talk your junk, but you're not gonna do it here. So just know that you just got banned. So,
that dude. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
I want to see what he said.
He didn't say anything worth talking about.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So not that we gotta move on because this right here is we're gonna have to put a pin in this and come back to it. And we really won't see the payoff for a while. So when we finally see the payoff, we all got to get together and we're going to talk about the payoff. Of course, we're going to get together before that, but we need to get together and talk about the payoff. Match number 2. Danhausen comes out. Once Danhausen comes out, crowd goes crazy. And I gotta thank Hollywood T for this because I didn't think I was going to like Danhausen. I fucking love Danhausen.
I try to tell you.
Liv Morgan comes out. She interrupts Danhausen. Mistake number 1. She smacks Danhausen.
10%.
Mistake number 2. And he tells her, "You are cursed." You already knew how the match was going to go. So Liv Morgan comes out. Io Sky comes out. Liv Morgan with her tribute to Dirty Dom in her ring attire. Io Sky defeats Liv Morgan via pinfall to win Queen of the Ring. This is funny. Do you think that this is going to catapult Io Sky back into the stratosphere? Because now that sets up a title match between her and Liv Morgan, I believe, at SummerSlam. So they're going to run this back at SummerSlam for the title. But do you think, asking everybody that's along with your thoughts on the match, that Io Sky wins this and gets shot into the stratosphere? She actually has a substantial title run that is 5 to 7 years too late, but I just want to know what y'all think.
Just don't do a goddamn thing.
She's already where she is, man. She's
Right.
She's already atop the women's division anyway. So I mean, where else is there for her to go other than they have the title?
They couldn't have Liv win because they couldn't explain that. That would make no sense to explain. They had to have Io win. Io won. She about to take the L at SummerSlam.
They couldn't have Liv win because they're trying to keep Rhea out of the picture.
Right. Yep. That's
true. So that's the reason why they did what they're doing, because Rhea's out of the picture. They're not trying to take the title off of Rhea. Otherwise, they'd have done it already.
I agree.
So give it to Io. Io's not going to go against her best friend. So have her go against Liv.
That's stupid.
It helps her. It helps Io 20 years from now when her Hall of Fame name comes up. This pushes her a little bit up the list when it comes to, she might not be first ballot now. She might be like second or third ballot, maybe. She was going to be a Hall of Famer, but this solidifies her as a Hall of Famer / going in a little bit earlier than she would go in.
Plus, this gives Io a title she hasn't had yet. She hasn't had the world title yet. Not necessarily because, and when I say world title, I mean this particular belt,
right?
Because all those belts are world titles. Both of those belts are considered world titles. But then you got Raw title and the SmackDown title they consider world titles. The women's championship, whatever they want to call it. Different stages of the different names of the titles that WWE likes to switch the names up every now and again. But they're all world titles. But this particular belt, she has not held yet. So that
she
just
did.
adds her
She did.
She's held that.
Yes.
She's held that belt.
Yes, she did.
When?
And then if I'm not mistaken, she held that belt. I'm not sure if she lost it to, because remember she won it at WrestleMania, beating Bianca and what's her name? Rhea. She won that belt beating Bianca and Rhea. I'm not sure if she lost it to Stephanie Van Kier. No, she lost it to Naomi. I think Naomi cashed in on her.
Yeah, Naomi cashed in on her. It was Naomi that cashed in on her. You're right. It was Naomi that cashed in on her.
Okay. I don't recall her having that particular belt, that
Nope.
style belt.
She had it.
She had the other one, the one with the gold.
She did have that one. She had that one first.
Okay, well then yeah, she had both.
She cashed in to win that one when she was under Damage Control when they was healed. She lost that belt to Bayley at WrestleMania 40 because I was live for that one. So she lost that belt. Then it was last year going into 41. That's when Rhea inserted her match because it was supposed to be her versus just Bianca.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Rhea inserted herself into the match.
Yeah.
And everybody was mad at Bianca, not Rhea. Everybody was mad at Bianca. And then Naomi ended up winning Money in the Bank and cashed in at the Women's Evolution pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then boom, then Naomi got pregnant. Then she fought for the belt again, and Stephanie Van Cure became the champion. They decided to go with Van Cure.
Okay. I just don't recall that particular belt being on EO, but okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at her Wikipedia. She won it. She did. Yeah, she won it.
Yeah, because she beat Rhea for it on the Monday Night Raw, if I'm not mistaken. They had a match on Raw because Rhea had never beat her in a match. So they had a match on Raw. She won that belt. They had a rematch. Rhea lost again. And then Bianca won that Elimination Chamber. And then Rhea inserted herself into the WrestleMania picture.
People's choice.
He
don't care.
I ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing with this one.
It's already been said.
This right here was this is actually a surprisingly good match. It was really good. You kind of gave away the spoiler. Once she got cursed by Danhausen, and I was like, something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be pretty much over after that. And it was a good match, but I if I had to grade this, I give it an A-. I grade it on a hard scale.
No, forget I said it. We got a lot of show to go. My bad.
I grade it on a hard scale. Next up, you had the steel cage match, which really, in my opinion, wasn't a steel cage match. This Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. Seth Rollins wins via pinfall over Braun Breaker. Was it brutal? Yes. Was it a cage match? Hell fucking no. Like this.
What was it?
What made it not a cage match?
I'm about to say there was a cage. There
was a cage there, but I mean, the cage match was lacking.
They used it though.
I don't think I've seen a cage match won via pinfall. Maybe I'm just old and I don't remember.
I think you don't remember.
They gave that away at the beginning of the match because Seth was saying, let's put this in the ring. Let's not try to escape. Let's keep this in the ring. So they kind of gave that away at the beginning of the match. So yeah, I mean, for them not to try to escape, I mean, there have been cage matches where there were rules where you could not use the escape clause. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. You don't have to.
I see what you're saying, though, KG. I see what you're saying, though.
I'm looking for somebody to climb over the top, walk out the door, something.
Braun tried to walk out the door.
Huh?
Braun tried to walk out the door.
Yeah, he tried to go out the door.
He did, and of course they brought it back, but it was the brutality of it was wonderful. It's just that I guess I was expecting somebody to climb over the top and climb down. I wasn't expecting a pinfall. I'm like, you could have just gave me a regular match and let them beat the hell out of each other.
I ain't gonna hold you, KG. You ain't seen that since like 1992, bro. Ain't nobody climb up that cage and climb down and win. Ain't nobody done that in years, bro. Either they walked out the door or they pinned them. We ain't seen nobody climb over that cage in a long time, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while since that happened. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last one I saw.
The one, wasn't it? Who was it when they both did it at the same time?
That was Cena and Batista, wasn't it?
Yeah. No. That was the Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Royal
They
Rumble.
fell at the same time.
It fell at the same time. Okay.
But somebody did it at the same time on the cage. I forgot who it was. And then we ain't seen that shit since.
I mean, that was my thoughts. It was, I wasn't expecting a pinfall. And I was just okay.
Actually, I'm old school. I prefer a pinfall in the cage over somebody trying to escape. Because back in the Mid-Atlantic days, you didn't have the escape clause. You went in a cage, you were in the cage. That's why they came up with the War Games concept, to keep people inside the cage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that escape clause is some WWE bullshit.
So I got a question, KG. Is it because you used to like a traditional heel? Because Braun Breaker is not a traditional heel.
No.
He don't run from no man.
No.
So normally a traditional heel is the one that's trying to like weasel their way out of everything. So that's what you was probably used to.
I think that's what I'm used to. But now when you say that about Braun Breaker is, he is, no pun intended, he's a Frankenstein. For real. Like, they built that kid in the lab, man. Like, I really believe when he spears people and he clothesline people, like, he is, like, you got to catch your breath because, like, hold on, he just knocked the wind out of me. Give me a second. You know, the referee squeezing your hand. Squeeze my hand if you're okay. Are you okay? No.
Man, Don Rodriguez said this earlier, and I know this is about to be a controversial take. Braun Breaker is one-dimensional. He better figure out something else. You better put him in a suit. Put him in a suit ASAP because this is getting boring. Because where does he go from this?
If you had another powerhouse that you could team with him,
no.
You could put him in a tag team division, but
we've seen it already.
Yeah, I mean, but wrestling is
Bronson Reed.
Bronson
Reed, that was his tag team partner, and look what happened. He keep getting hurt.
Bronson was one-dimensional too, so that it wasn't helping the cause.
The vision messed up Braun Breaker. Not the concept and the idea of what it was supposed to be, how it's transpired with everybody getting hurt and Seth getting hurt, him getting hurt, Bronson getting hurt, Logan Paul getting hurt. That whole concept of what it was supposed to be, it's never worked because it's hurt Braun Breaker the most. Because we knew Austin Theory was going to be what Austin Theory is. We don't care about him. Logan Paul, I mean, him being in the division, I mean, he was going to be a heel. He's never going to be able to be a babyface. So him being a heel, it is what it is. Bronson Reed was gaining some traction until he got hurt. And then Braun was at that point. He wasn't at Oba's point, but he was close to that point where it was undeniable he's the next guy. And then he got hurt. And like, I didn't care who won this match. I ain't going to lie to you. Because where do you go with either one of them?
So can we all agree that this was the bathroom match? This is the match you get up and go to the bathroom on?
No.
Go scroll your phone.
Nah, the next one. Why can't I
think? This match had a lot of good qualities. I'll tell you though, this match had a lot of good qualities, but I think the wrong guy won. Honestly, I don't think.
No, I think the right guy won because, the whole point of the match was supposed to be Seth Rollins ending his thing with the Vision. This was supposed to be,
that's what they kept saying.
This was supposed to be his last. He's done with the Vision. He has nothing else to do with them. He's going on to whatever else he's going to do. Probably go get back into a title picture or whatever the case may be. But this was the last of the Vision for him. So it did what it was supposed to do.
All right. So to go along with what Mike was just saying, right? Braun Breaker was going high. He caught a flat. And then now he just lost to Seth Rollins. To put him back on the track to go high again could have helped by beating Seth Rollins 2 out of 3 times you faced him.
But I don't think that would have mattered to him. I think that flat tire you talking about need more than the plug.
Yeah,
That's coming off the rim, baby.
He's gonna need a significant title run in order to get him back to where he needs to be.
Right now, there's nothing for him. Everything right now he's gonna do, if it's not in the world title picture, he's just gonna be stagnant.
Nah, he could go at the Penta.
Yeah, he can go after Penta. He can go
I don't need to see him be the Intercontinental Champion again.
But that's how you get him ready to be a world champion. He has to show that he can be sustainable, marketable, and sustainable as an Intercontinental champion, because that's supposed to be your stepping stone. And they're trying to bring that whole nuance back with the Intercontinental and the U.S. title are your stepping stones.
Hold on, he's already a 2-time Intercontinental champion. Well, I need to go see him be a 3rd time.
Well, so
I've seen this picture already.
So I don't agree, KG, that they're using the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title as stepping stones. I don't believe that, because Penta is not going to be no heavyweight champion no time soon.
Yeah, they stopped doing that a long time ago.
I think that's done. So I do agree with Mel on that one. I do understand that as far as that goes. But to go against Mel's point real quick, I don't see Braun Breaker ever winning the main title, and not. He got passed up by a lot of people.
Yeah, he's stuck right now. Right now, he's stuck. That injury and everything set him back. He's stuck. The vision, the injury.
Yeah.
Because the way the vision was supposed to look, it was supposed to look like the modern day evolution or whatever version they wanted to make of the 4 Horsemen. That's what they were supposed to look like. Injuries happen to everybody from the top down, pretty much. Then y'all started throwing everybody in, all these random people in there. You threw Theory in there. He didn't help the cause. You threw Logan Paul in there for what?
Y'all.
So, I don't know.
You need to go away for a minute.
Or go to SmackDown. SmackDown is available. They taking all comers now.
Yeah, but they got too many heels over there.
And Raw got the bloodline, so I don't know.
Yeah. Only role he can do, in my opinion, he just needs to be the heater or a hired gun.
Yep.
Somebody bring him in, and then they just pay him. He does a job, and then move on. He needs to ride the wave. He's in his Roman moment when it was the big dog. Everybody was just like, "Hey, this dude ain't doing nothing." He's just right in the middle. And then once the right situation, he can catapult back. But the storylines are lining up for him to do anything right now.
But that's because you don't have any writers. If you had some real writers, you could put a storyline together that made Brock go.
I think we got to stop blaming him, KG. He's just stale, bro. All he do is just do a super spear. Ooh.
Not that this would happen, but just spitballing here.
Book it,
fantasy booking.
You never know. Right, KG?
Yeah.
You never know.
You saying it here. Go ahead and say it here so it can happen. Put it out there.
What do you think of Braun Breaker in AAA?
Nah.
Damn, my man really got demoted.
If he was
a demotion though, because right now
if he takes the belt off Dom, I can see that, but I think he needs to do something epic, like a program where at some point he just decimates Omos.
I like what you said about him taking the belt off Dom. I like that, but if he does that, he got to be the most disrespectful heel in AAA history. He got to go in there, drink, damn near almost saying slurs.
He needs to be Scott Steiner.
Yeah, he could be Scott. Yeah, he could go in. He could go in as a Scott Steiner, like, because they don't have that right now.
And come back.
Everybody that used to come into AAA, all the gringos, so to speak, they used to come into AAA and just talk shit about Mexico and everything, like Jeff Jarrett and Corey Graves' brother, who used to be in there,
JBL.
And, JBL, and now that he's a face and whatnot on the commentary, and he used to be with he used to be in that group that Omos is in.
Yeah,
he helped start that group. So Yeah, for him to go in there and do that, I mean, I would say for him to go in and start going after the Latin American Championship, but for him to go after the Kingo, that wouldn't look right to me. So
not as a program. It's just the lead up to. He comes in just out of nowhere for no reason. He just spears the hell out of Omos and slams him, throws him around, just does something. Damn. It could be a callback that you do later on, but he just needs to establish himself as a monster because in AAA, they look for these larger than life figures. That's why Omos is down there. So that establishes it from that. Then he runs a program. Then he takes the belt off of Dom. He may even have a pass by moment with El Grande. And then, while he's there, the hell with this Braun Breaker up there. The States, I hate you guys. I hate them up there. But what I don't hate is my last name. And then, he embraces the full Steiner for what he's going to make it until Scott Steiner's son comes over. And then he goes back up there and sets that up. Because only Scott Steiner's daughter can take the Big Papa Pump thing. So that wouldn't even make sense. But he can embrace the Steiner name and then, come back. And then he can really make a mark. But we talking maybe a year's worth of time. He ain't got nothing to do. It's better than just being stagnant up there. He ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, just like you said, can't miss me if you don't go away, right? So,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let him go away, go to AAA for about 6 to 9 months. Have a nice little program, and then come back.
We telling that man to go to Mexico.
Hey,
it's kind of crazy.
Careers are built.
It sound better than what he about to do now.
Dom went to Mexico and came back a superstar.
I think Dom was a superstar before he went to Mexico.
When he first came to WWE, you think he was a superstar?
You could ask Mel right now. I was the one.
No, he been saying it. He been saying it for
once he gets
way before Dom branched off his father. He said once he leave his father, watch what happens. So he been saying that for a very long time.
Definitely. I mean, the potential was there. It's just like you said, he had to make the move. But AAA was part of that move.
It helped. Let
him just grow himself individually and get the respect he needed from that culture without putting a mask on.
Man, I think y'all stalling.
Yeah.
I think y'all are stalling right now because y'all know what's about to happen.
Y'all get to it because I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even see it, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I'm waiting. Well, what is it? Because I have no idea.
That's because KG driving the bus today.
We talked about Global. Next match, Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints for the U.S. title.
Oh, no, not this one. Damn.
Skip to the good stuff. People want to know.
About Global.
Skip to the good stuff.
Trick Williams beats Ricky Saints, keeps his U.S. title, but we talk about Global. We talk about Obafemi being Global with the kids over in Saudi Arabia doing the bop. I've said this multiple times on this show. Trick Williams is now he was national. Now he's global. Because when they drop down, you see that whole first ring, and then you see up in the stands, and you hear, "Whoop that trick!" That's all I wanted to see. That's it. If I could see that in Saudi Arabia, they yelling "whoop that trick" in Saudi Arabia.
Whoop that trick.
Nigeria yelling "whoop that trick." They in London yelling "whoop that trick." They in Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, goddamn Arizona. This is what I love.
Well, we got to give him a shout out though, because congratulations to him and Lash Legend on their nuptials. So while Trick's getting whooped, he did get married. So there you go.
As he said, he whooped that trick.
Yeah. That was wild. He's talking about he whooped that trick all night. That was wild when he said that. I was like, damn.
Here's another black wrestler y'all about to overrate.
No, the only one we overrate is Rich Homie Swan, just for Nubian Sumo.
I don't think we can overrate Trick Williams. Like
he's the one trick pony.
Nah, he
catch the Muhammad
his matches don't do it for me personally. As of right now, his matches don't do it. It feels like he's missing something. After the entrance,
skills.
I love the entrance. I love the music. He was smart to come up tell him to put the drums and stuff on the music so people could get that whoop, that trick, and all that stuff. He was smart to do all of that. He was smart to use the Bobby Roode so he could spin in the circle and stuff with the lights on him. That's smart. Soon as that bell rang, all right, bro. So yeah. Can you throw some chicken on my pizza? Wings extra crispy. I'll be right back, y'all.
This is a bathroom break.
Really?
Yes.
You can go through the 1 and number 2 for this one.
Right. Here, but see, I don't feel like he's overrated. Did y'all catch the Muhammad Ali spot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't mark out for that?
No. I caught the Muhammad Ali.
The only reason why we geeked up for Trick is because he's black, bro. This is glorious all over again.
Nah, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And he's a better wrestler. And Bobby Roode was a better wrestler.
Well, I give you that, but nah. Trick Williams. They
got the same spotlight and everything. Glorious. That's all that is, bro.
Well, he did go to Bobby Roode and ask him for permission to do that.
Thank you.
Bro, yeah. I told you that's a smart man. I'm just saying, look, we're gonna be honest. I caught the Muhammad Ali spot, I caught the Booker T spot. I still wasn't moved by the match.
Oh, you're hurting me right now.
I'm sorry,
me, Smalls.
Hey, man. I don't mean that they did a bad job in the ring. It was just a match that I personally didn't care for.
I think they wasted Ricky Saint.
So basically, y'all feeling Marie me right now.
I think they wasting Ricky Saints right now.
I don't.
A little bit. They are. I think they are. Just a little bit. Honestly, I think I won't care for a Trick match until he faced Melo. I really won't care.
I was saying earlier about Oba. That's what he should have been saying it about Trick.
So y'all basically Tina Marie me right now.
No, we basically telling you that Trick Williams is a one-trick pony. That he's great. He's a great guy. Love him. Congratulations on him getting married. But this is going to be over soon.
So you Tina Marie me? I'm out on the limb.
I mean, I guess Portuguese love. I guess. I don't know.
Shit. Well, I mean, he could be Casanova Brown if you want to go there.
He could be D'Lo Brown also.
Yo, y'all hell.
No, he can't be D'Lo Brown. He got him he married a black woman.
Well, okay, yeah. So I put it like this: I see Trick is at his ceiling.
U.S. titles is ceiling.
You think Trick Williams? Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Do you think Trick Williams is? You put that on a marquee. Trick Williams versus such and such for the WWE Championship.
I'm all in. But I guess that's because I'm a Trick
Williams fan. Because he's black, and I get it. I give him
IC. I at least let him go up one. I think he can get to up one.
But if he go IC, that's a lateral move.
Nah, it's not.
No, it's still a step up.
The company prefers the IC champion over the US champion.
Yeah, you know WWE, anything they made, they prefer more.
But they supposed to be on the same level. But that's why
they
I say
they don't care.
Be, but not. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. And to KG's point, Trick Williams for the U.S. title right now is a little bit bigger than Penta is as far as the worldwide notoriety. However, he don't hold a candle to Penta matches.
No, hell no. But you also got to remember, how long has he been up from NXT? What? We talking 3-4 months?
Ooh, I can't wait till we...
Well, we need to get there, goddammit. I have no idea. What is it?
The next match. Come on.
What is it?
Come on.
Well, Trick Williams and Saints, we'll go to the next match. I'm just a Trick guy. Like,
I'm it's
him and Obafemi. And, you know,
stop stalling. Get to the goddamn match.
If you give me a chance, it's called build-up.
They don't build up. I don't even know who we building to.
Shut up and ride along. Hit the back seat. Shut up.
I'm a Trick guy, so I see big things for him. Next up,
there's gonna be a time. It ain't gonna be anytime soon. 5 years, maybe.
6.
That he will eventually get to the point where he'll be world champion.
Yeah, he's gonna get his Kofi Mania.
But
Yeah,
he's gonna get his Kofi Mania, but not anytime soon. Like you said,
he needs another character. He needs like a different gimmick.
I'm gonna tell you this, KG, and you the host, so you can move on from this. And I hate that I'm saying this, and this might sound weird. You know what would have benefited Trick better at this point in his career?
What's that?
If he was in AEW. Because then he would be forced to focus on the wrestling.
Yeah, because the interest wouldn't be what it is. And
no, it still would be what it is. I can see the AEW crowd going crazy for whoop that Trick.
Yeah.
He will be forced to wrestle in AEW as compared to WWE where he's just a superstar.
Yeah, because if nothing else, he would have had to deal with Swerve.
Yep.
He would have had Swerve. He probably would have been under Swerve's learning tree.
Yep. Send his ass to AAA for a couple months.
Even after working out at the Performance Center, being in NXT, making a name for yourself, going global, y'all still don't think Trick got it.
You gotta think why he was in NXT for that long, bro. You gotta think about why he was in there for that long. Remember, he came into NXT as a manager for Carmelo. He used to do NXT level up matches, and he worked his way all the way up. Then he had to go to TNA, win that champion and stuff. Like, bro, it's a reason why he was. He was
a soldier.
Yep. There we go.
For Apollo Creed when he was doing the Nigerian Prince gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think to your point, because you mentioned NXT, I think TKO's NXT is totally different than WWE's NXT. I think TKO's NXT is only worried about building superstars. I think WWE's NXT was worried about building superstars, but also sufficient wrestlers.
Okay. Like I'm geeked up.
And the color.
Yeah, right, Don. Right.
Yeah, gotta clarify that. Some people will be like, no. Yeah.
But I guess it is a thing that.
Man, stop stalling. We don't give a damn about Trick.
Well, I'm giving the people what they want. We came here to talk about Trick Williams.
No, we didn't. I'm trying to figure out what the hell his next match is.
Drive that bus.
Next match: Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Tiffany Stratton.
Is that the one?
Oh, I forgot about this.
Is this the match? Okay, all right.
Tiffany Stratton retains.
No, let Hollywood
Jade
talk
Cargill.
about it. Let's give him the platform here. I'm trying to figure out
Hollywood T. Take
going
it
on.
away.
Listen,
we gonna give him the beef. We're gonna give him the beef. Lead in.
Do we have that? KG, we still got that?
Yeah, of course we still got that. So I'm taking it that Hollywood T got beef. So it may say
couple
KG.
Couple seconds of it.
But
yeah, I don't know what that meant. I don't know what just happened, but I'm just about to let y'all know. Hey, we're not doing this no more. I'm letting all my African American brothers and sisters. You want to refer to yourself as African American? You want to refer to yourself as Black? Doesn't matter. We're not doing it no more. We're not doing it no more. We have to keep it real. Jade Cargill sucks. We have to go and just be real with it. She is not good at this or what they trying to do with her. Now I'm gonna give her a little. I'm gonna give her a little out and say that they don't put her in the best positions. But this ain't like not. I'm almost starting to see why she didn't make it to WNBA because this.
What happened? Like describe it. What spots was it? Bot spots or the wig came out again? What happened? See,
I'm not even mad about the wig. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not mad at the wig. I think the wig spot and her continuing the match made her. It helped her because it made her look like she's really taking wrestling seriously. But she just can't wrestle, bro. It just doesn't look good no matter who she's in there with. The only time she looked good, the last 2 matches she had with Rhea looked good. And she looked like she was getting better. This looked like she regressed. It looked like she did not want to be there. These two do not have the best chemistry. Tiffany Stratton is overrated as well. Let's call it spade a spade. I'm not just going to get on my black queen. Tiffany Stratton is overrated. Oh, my gosh. If she wasn't blonde, she would be not in the WWE probably. We have to be real. Sumo, please help me because I know that you feel similar to me. I know you do. See, stop tearing black people down. See, that's the thing. That's the thing with black people. We can't keep it real with our people because unless it's another black person, unless she was going against another black person, that's the only time I can say she's bad. No, stop building her up so she won't look so damn bad. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. She's not that good, man. If you listen to her on a podcast or you listen to her on an interview, she sounds perfect. When you listen to her in the ring, it is the worst promos. Everyone knows nobody looks as good as me. Nobody is as strong as me. Nobody can do it like me. Bruh. Come on now, KG. I got on this show.
She's trying to sound like Bianca, but Bianca can back it up.
No. That's you just disrespecting Bianca. She ain't trying to sound like Bianca.
I'm saying because that's Bianca's lane. I'm the bestest, I'm the fastest, I'm the strongest.
No, you know what she's trying to sound like? She's trying to sound like a wrestler. She's trying to sound like a wrestler. That's the problem. They got her too much trying to sound like a wrestler instead of a regular person. One of the reasons why we all adore the Attitude Era is because those promos sounded like they came from regular people. Even though Stone Cold Steve Austin was a gimmick, it sounded like somebody you know that talks like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to kick some ass and drink some beer and all that stuff. We know somebody that talk like that. Even DX promos back in the day. We all know some nasty white boys. Am I lying?
He was hanging with him last night.
Nah, I wasn't hanging with him last night.
I said KG was. KG.
Oh, yeah, KG. KG, yeah.
KG be a little suspect.
Hey, Kevin Abu, screw you. You suspect like her. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. See, and this is how I know that the only reason why people care is that she black. I also just said Tiffany Stratton sucked. You didn't say that I'm hating on her.
Now, so, I mean, what was it? Was it the grapples? Was it the transitions? Like I said, I didn't see the match, so I don't know.
Was the outfits
on it.
Well, I don't like their Saudi Arabia outfits anyway, but you know, you under Muslim law, so the women got to be covered.
You still can make it look like something. She looked like she had on the 96 Rey Mysterio Halloween Havoc purple joint.
Oh, dang.
That might have been what she was going for.
No,
and it didn't look good on her.
Stop putting yourself in the. Oh my God.
Kevin, this is your point to say something. This is your point to say something. He's flustered right now. He just can't get it out.
She should have never came to WWE and went straight to the main roster.
She should have went to TNA and then came to WWE.
Huh?
She should have went to TNA and then came to WWE.
I think she should have just went to NXT.
NXT. She should have spent some time in NXT first.
But it was the wrong NXT she would have come into. She needed when takeovers was taken over.
True.
That's the NXT. She needed to be wrestling Shayna Baszler. The four horsewomen back then. She needed to hone her chops at that point. At least at TNA, she could have wrestled Jordan Grace, Mickie James, Naomi. She would have had some people that could help her.
Here's the reason why I disagree with TNA, because I hate disagreeing with you, Don. She wrestled Jordan Grace here, and we haven't seen Jordan Grace since.
And that's who we should be seeing.
She make people that she wrestled. She make people that she wrestled bad. Hollywood Multiman, I'm probably gonna send you Jay Wig. Yeah, you probably do got it. You probably one of them type of dudes that pay for panties.
Check your mailbox. Check your mailbox.
Goofy
ass. Stay
dude.
on long, but check your mailbox.
Goofy ass dude. He probably pay for panties, having women wear panties and send them to him. He pay for them. Old goofy ass.
Let me ask this question. Do you think it's really Jade Cargill? You think they're trying to coach her too much and not letting her do her thing? And they're like, okay, instead of saying this, say it like this, and it's hitting the ear wrong. It's not sounding right because they want her to say certain things, but they wanted to say it their way instead of her way.
I think that
I'm that B and this is that B show and
but see, she did that in AEW and
it didn't work.
That shit
didn't work.
That shit
they let her have her way. They let her do
You
the
can't claim that
thing.
ain't nobody challenging you for the one belt, and you're not challenging for the main belt. I don't even understand what the heck you're talking about.
She still ain't got over Brandy when Brandy told her.
Oh yeah,
what Brandy say to her?
This ain't
Who told you this was open mic night, bitch?
Yeah, hey, open mic night. Yeah,
she said.
They're trying to bring Brandy back at some point.
No, please don't.
Please don't. I don't want to see Brandy.
We only want to see her husband.
Tell Cody that.
Damn. No, we don't. Y'all don't like Cody Rashawn Rose neither.
No, bro.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing: Black History Month was in February, bro. We don't have to fake it. Like we don't have to fake it because you know what I'm saying. Like AEWJ was development. No, AEWJ was just someone with a paycheck.
Where's Anthony?
There was no development in AEW.
They threw the
Anthony, I know you got something to say about
this.
Anthony, you can't let Kevin out comment you. I know you got something to say. At least 4 or 5 statements. We're going to ignore the first 3.
It's KG fault.
Ask us about them.
It's people like KG fault. KG and Kevin.
What I do?
Like, Jade, oh my God, she's so great. She's great. And the next thing you know, WWE keep pushing her bum ass, and then she keep getting worse and worse and worse.
But see, here's the thing: you can push a superstar because I'm a big Jordan Grace fan, and I feel like once she made her
correction. Pause. Sumo.
It
was about to go by me. I'm like, hold on.
You walked right into that one, KG. I'm sorry. You deserve everything you about to get right now. Go ahead.
Did he just say that on live TV? I'm a big Jordan Garrett. But we know.
I'm
get to her address 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, this is the problem, KG. You like mediocre. I'm at the shame.
God.
Jeez.
What did Cat Williams tell Steven Shannon Sharp? He was like, your fixation on mediocre is bothering me. Like you like the most bottom of the bottom. Like Trick Williams, Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace. Wow.
I guess it don't help that I'm a Triple H fan too, huh?
No, I love Triple H. I think Triple H is the most successful wrestler of all time. But the fact that you just see this is what I mean. The fact that I just said you like Jordan Grace, Jade Cargill, and Trick Williams, and you said, "Well, I like Triple H too." That's the type of shit I'm talking about that y'all be doing with Jade. Her name should not be mentioned with Triple H.
Oh no!
I'm saying that because you know the whole rhetoric that's been going around the last few months.
Who's better?
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie is better than Jade Cargill.
No. Eva Marie
is better than Jade Cargill.
All read everything, really?
Tell me I'm lying.
I don't know.
I'll tell you one
about
thing.
that one. I think Jade got Eva Marie on that one.
It's
a slight edge
Eva
out.
Marie is a stretch, boy.
Eva Marie, we didn't like the character. Now, the way that they're presenting Jade, yes, they present her better than Eva Marie. But I guarantee you, if you go watch 5 Eva Marie matches, you go watch 5 Jade Cargill matches, you won't get through 3 of Jade Cargill matches because you'll turn it off.
Sure, I won't get through one of Eva Marie's. I was like, why is she here outside of Total Divas?
That's why I think about Jade. Why is she there? She got a rich husband. She can go be a housewife.
Here's the thing with Jade Cargill. Number one, she has the look. That's one of the biggest things you got to have as a wrestler. You got to have the look. The mic skills can be taught.
No, they can't. She's proven that they can't.
Can
It
it?
ain't being taught fast enough.
I ain't gonna lie, KG. These days, woo, promo class. I don't even think they're doing that anymore.
They ain't got no real promo
Here's
class.
the thing, dog.
But who's running the promo class? That's the question. Who's running the same class?
I do
have
think
no
that they
idea.
run the promos. I do think they do promo classes. I think they do too much.
There's some people skipping.
Nah, I think they. This is what I think what they do with Jay. They wind her up, and and she trots out there, and she does her robotic ass promo.
See,
she in her own group, she is the worst out of the three in her own group.
You know that's a bad statement right there. When BFAB
That's a
isn't
fact.
stellar either.
That's a fact. Me and
No,
Mike was just talking about
BFAB. I don't know how BFAB keep ducking the cut. I don't know how.
Well, she didn't duck the cut. She'd have had it twice.
Yeah,
She got cut.
this was her third time around.
Twice.
Yeah, she did get cut. She did.
with the promos, I don't know how they conduct. I can't say, oh, well, they conduct their promo class like that. If you're going to conduct promos, you got to break it down, and you got to take quite possibly, arguably, the greatest promo of all time, the Hard Times promo. You got to break that down and see how that was built up to build it in what it is. You look at your Stone Colds, your Rocks, your Dusty Rhodes, your Macho Mans, even Hogan to a certain extent. You look at all the classic promos that have ever been done, and you kind of got to say, hey, these are how they're built, and this is how they've been built through time. Nothing ever changes.
I think that's the
I
problem.
think that's the problem right there.
I think that's the problem right there. You have her. You keep putting her in the damn same categories as the greats. She not even in the category of the jobbers.
Well, I mean, I'm not putting her in the category, but where do you learn from? You got to learn in the tree of the greats. Nia Jax, who I'm a big fan of, does not have a really, really great mic skills.
It's better than Jade's.
So let me ask.
That's saying a lot.
KG, let me ask you a question. So first of all, can I get those names that you gave again about the promo people?
Sure, I'll give it to you. Dusty
Macho
Rhodes.
Man. Macho Man, Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Stone Cold, The Rock. And that's just five of the, I can keep going, but that's just
all right. So out of those five people right there, four of them will tell you they came up with their promos here. The Rock might be the only person where he had to write down, take some signature points, and make it his own. I don't ever see Jade or any other wrestler doing that ever again. You know how rare that is in wrestling right now?
Just pump.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah. But you also have to have natural charisma too. You got to be charismatic. The Rock exuded.
You can't be charismatic and have that natural charisma if you go to class every day and they telling you hit this point, hit this point, hit this point, and it's gonna work. Then they do it. They try to hit all those points and they go, that fell. You gotta go into a situation and be your own. Right now, she's a character of a character of a character.
Yep.
That's playing the character.
Yep.
Yes.
Damn it, Robert Downey Jr.
And the dude is playing a black dude. Is playing what is
that's impersonating the dude. That's impersonating the dude. That's another dude.
That's what she said. Me and Mike had this conversation. As I stated the last time we filmed the episode, I said, "Yo, I had never seen somebody as a heel get a faction, and you look like the worst person in your own faction. You get a faction and." Apparently, everything goes downhill. Everything in your career goes downhill. You get the baddies is helping you lose. What type of sense does that fucking make?
Can you guys cut any promo in the ring with the fans? Sure, I'm gonna cut one on you, Kevin.
Kevin, you open up the Pandora's box for that one. You shouldn't talk about that.
No.
But you cut a promo back.
I think to Mel's point. Here's the difference. I think they don't give her bulletin board points. I think they give her the actual promo.
And that's the problem. They're giving her a script and she's sticking to it instead of doing. You got to deviate.
But I think in AEW, they let her go out there and say that she was that bitch, and it didn't work there neither.
I didn't like. Now that's one thing I didn't like. I don't like any woman that says, "Oh, I'm that bitch." Wait, why are you degrading yourself?
I think this is what happened. I think this is exactly what Tony Khan did. I think Tony Khan told her every week, "Go out there and do you, Jade, and make sure you end with your catchphrase." And that's what she did. I think in WWE,
you ain't losing the belt anyway,
right? So. I think in WWE they go like this. There you go.
But Mick Foley wasn't the greatest at promos, but he knew how to get a cheap pop.
Stop naming
version of Foley,
bro. If you
Cactus Jack was a genius.
Yeah,
but I'm naming these Hall of Famers. And you keep trying to put her in this, KG. I will find you because you keep putting her, dog. All right, let me ask everybody. Where does she rank right now in the women's?
Overall?
Yes. With all the other women.
I'll take a bunch of women over her right now.
Yeah, she's below the middle, like low to the bottom.
Okay, so let me ask. Okay, Chelsea Green, would you take her over Jade?
Yes.
Promo, yes.
Okay.
Everything.
Julia,
I'm taking everything.
Julia, would you take her over Jade?
No.
Yes.
I'm with Don. Yes.
Skill wise, yes.
Promo wise, they about even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only because Julia is really getting into learning her English. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What's the lethal whatever their name is, lethal something.
Oh, Lethal Attraction.
JC Jade.
I can't speak to her because I don't really.
I'd probably take JC Jane over Jade. Yeah.
Okay. Soul Ruka.
Yeah.
Soul Ruka. Yeah.
And that's bad because Soul Ruka only got one move.
That's a damn good one though.
No, it is a great move.
And it's a good name too.
But Jade should have 8 great moves at this point. Jade has been there for a minute now. This was Jade's second WrestleMania. I mean, it was her second WrestleMania.
It's her third one in.
Okay, well, you make it even worse.
Tag, yeah.
Listen,
they're not giving her what she really needs. I said it was 3 shows ago.
Come on, now let's stop blaming the E, bro.
No, I'm serious. For support, because she can't do it herself.
How much support?
They're not giving her the right person to guide her for how to work.
How many life jackets she need? They paired her with the best woman wrestler in their company at the time.
That's not what she doesn't need to work a program with them. She needs to train with
they
somebody.
Paired her with the best woman wrestler in their company at the time. They paired her with Bianca Belair.
But Bianca's not a trainer.
But hold on.
Bianca
they
is
paired her with Bianca Belair and Naomi.
Yeah, but they're not trainers. I'm saying she needs to be
They don't have to be trained.
Somebody that knows how to work. I'm talking like Beth Phoenix.
She's not
somebody that's not sitting there trying to be WWE Women's Champion, but somebody that can sit there and say, "Hey, look, let's look at your footage. Let's look at your work at AEW. Look at your work at WWE. Let's look at your move set. Let's work on this in the ring. Let's go through the motions to help catch her up to something." So Hollywood will be like, "Well, she ain't that bad."
How do you know that they're not doing that though?
Hold on.
You could because look.
Or
your reaction
not be good.
I haven't seen any video because we know that Beth Phoenix would have posted it.
Well, Beth Phoenix not there no more.
She put all that stuff out there.
Beth's not there no more.
Whole face.
Beth not what?
Hold on, bro.
She's not what? Hold on.
She's not in WWE anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not about her being with somebody that's tired. And Beth Phoenix will do whatever they need. I just threw her name out because Beth Phoenix can work the way that Jade needs to work as a powerhouse. Beth can teach her that. Kevin Nash can teach her how to work as a big man, quote unquote, not being gender specific, but just as a big person.
I know what you're saying.
I get what you. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
That to help her to develop how she works.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Natalya not the person that you kind of mentioning?
No.
Would Natalya be great?
The dungeon is not what the dungeon used to be. and I know that sounds bad, but now that they've kind of made the dungeon into a wrestling school, the dungeon is not as hardcore as you think it used to be. It's more of just a wrestling school, people going in. Because look how many people you see. B-Fab was training there, and Mia Yim, and you know, they got a lot of people. They're better than her. Doing some good things.
They're better than her right now.
That is, Natalya doesn't know how to work a powerhouse as a powerhouse. She's not a powerhouse. She's struggling to be able to come into her own, and for what she knows more wrestling than they allow her to do.
My question is,
it's not just her training in that school, though. You know that, right? It's not just Natalya.
I know it's not just Natalya, but who there can teach her how to wrestle as a powerhouse and a big person?
Bro, I've been watching this.
My question is, where is Mark Henry?
That's true.
AEW.
Mark Henry is
he's not. Mark Henry not in AEW.
He's busted open. He's on busted
in
open.
WWE.
He's in WWE though. But he's the one that brought Jade in.
But Mark is also focused on his own kids. His son has an NIL deal. His daughter is right around the corner. Mark Henry's kids should go in with Brock's kids, which also goes in with Scott Steiner's son, depending on how his football career goes. That's a whole nother would have been potentially a new OVW class right there. But Mark Henry's focused on his son. He's trying to get him paid.
The problem is what you just did. And what we continue to keep doing for her. We keep making all these damn excuses. Hold on. Brian Breaker, we just all said Brian Breaker has hit his ceiling at this moment. We didn't make no excuses. We didn't say he had to go to no promo class. We didn't say he need to go work out with nobody. We said
we sent him to AAA. We did send him to AAA.
But that's my point. She need to be sent home.
I mean, I'm just talking from the reality set. They ain't sending her home.
No, okay.
So then she draws, but at least let's give her the support so that way she can draw more.
How we know she not been getting the support? They made the woman in her first full year as a wrestler in WWE. They made her the champion, yo.
Yeah, I mean I know it's going to sound bad. You're going to hate me for it, but rightfully so. For when she came in, you know, they were trying to acquire the poke the bear at Tony Khan and say, "Hey, we took another one of yours. What you gonna do about it?"
Nah. Listen, when she got hired by WWE, when she got hired by WWE, we didn't see her for months. We saw her sign the contract in September, and we didn't see her into the Royal Rumble.
The internet did the job for us. Jay Cargill, WWE. We talked about it here. Jay Cargill was seen at the Performance Center. What's going on?
Exactly.
You built the buzz.
She got signed. She got signed, and we didn't see her for months.
Yeah, I wouldn't have shown her either until the right time.
That kills your whole point about them not giving her the support.
Well, no. I'm saying, we didn't know what she needed back then. She just came in.
Yes, we did. That's what we're trying to say.
We kind of did.
I mean, we know what she needed, but she coming out of AEW, so she gonna have to learn the WWE machine and how they want the wrestling to go. So I kind of call that in there, like they got to teach you WWE style, which is basically for her teaching you. But how do you?
For her, we're gonna have this discussion to the end of time. All right, even when she's done, when she stopped wrestling or not.
When she stopped wrestling, we got to worry about it. But if we got to look at it,
we're gonna worry about it. It's gonna come up again. It's gonna come up again because it's gonna be somebody that's gonna try to defend her because she black, and they're gonna come up with a bunch of excuses.
Like I said, I still think Natalya is a horrible presentation of what she really should be doing. Because I'm tired. She does the same daggone moves. You know.
Maxine Dupree.
Who better, Jade Cargill or Maxine Dupree?
Maxine Dupree.
Ooh. I think Maxine needs to talk to Stacey Keebler. Like, if you're going to be tall and lanky, at least talk to somebody on how to, you know, work the length of your leg and stuff like that. Stacey wasn't the best wrestler, but at least she worked the leg and, you know, she had the Kevin Nash.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
When it comes to Jade Cargill, now granted, am I rooting for her because she black? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Hell yeah, I am. Because I know we get the short end of the stick. When I say we, I'm talking about us blacks. We get the short end of the stick in wrestling if we're not in production. So yes, I'm rooting for her. I really do feel that we talked about it when she came over. They put her, Bianca and Naomi together. We wouldn't be talking about her mic skills. They would have kept Black Girl Magic together, but Bianca and Naomi wound up getting pregnant, so she kind of on her own. But Midnight Rider say her mic skills aren't good. Well, that would have been hidden because she wouldn't have had to talk. But how many times have superstars been on the road with lower tiered performers and they talked about mic skills? They talked about being what to do in the ring, and nobody travels together anymore. Everybody's so much individuality. Maybe if they all traveled together and they actually did the things they talk about doing, and they hung out, you would get more of that from Jade Cargill, where somebody's pulling her to the side. Hey, that was a good match, but you got to fix this, and this.
How you know they're not, KG? Why we keep making excuses?
Because
you didn't say that about Braun Breaker. You ain't say Braun Breaker ain't ride with nobody. You didn't say that about him. You said
I didn't think about it then.
It's always an excuse about this girl, man. She just looked good, and she just looked good to y'all. Just I mean,
okay, how do we fix it? We know what the problem is. How do we fix it?
Send her ass to New Japan or something.
It ain't fixable at this given point.
I don't think it's fixable. I think that she's got it in.
She just need to ride the coast wave, ride the career, let it be what it be. She gonna have haters for the rest of her career. Only thing that she could try to do is try to put on a good promo, try to put on a good match, and do her best as she can.
On top of that, she want. I mean, but she wants to be better. I hope.
How do we know?
You know, well, she just said it on the podcast with O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Okay, well, watch this. I want $1 million.
But
I'm not going to have it tomorrow.
You may want it, but she wanted to be a wrestler. She became a wrestler. So she's already in that lane of she's there for something she wanted to do. Now we can't knock her. You know, we may not like, or you may not like how she's doing or whatever. But if she wants to improve, you got to at least support that. You know, that's just, it don't matter the color or anything else. As hell, if somebody wants to improve and they say that and they're aware that they're not perfect and they're getting better and they're trying, then damn it, you got to support that.
Hey, y'all got any ladies that watch this show? Because I got an analogy for that. I'm glad you said that. Hey, ladies, if you do watch this show, or you can flip it to the men. If you have a wife or a husband that cheats on you the first time and you say, you know what, not a deal breaker, cool. They cheat on you again. You know what? You know, not really a deal breaker. They come to you and say, baby, please, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. And they never get better. Are you going to stay there?
That's not the best analogy.
It is the exact same analogy. Because
you're doing something, you're not being wrong. You're not being wronged at a base carnate level by Jade Cargill going out to wrestle. She's not wronging you.
Yes, she is. She is wrong.
No. If somebody cheating on you and then you asking you to take them back, that's not the same level as, you know, let's move that. That's just a bad analogy.
Y'all
said, hey, it's a baseball player that goes out there and swings the bat, never hits and strikes out every time and says, hey, I'm working on it. How long will you let them work on it before you get them off the daggone batter's box? Now that makes a little bit more sense, but cheating on somebody, she's not cheating on you. She's not hurting your feelings.
Every time she come on the TV,
she's not sleeping with you. She's not sleeping with you. None of that's happening. You can turn the TV off. You can leave and go not watch the match. She's not in your bubble at the level of intimacy.
I didn't say she was. I said that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That analogy is not the best analogy for what she's doing. If she says she's trying to be better, because what about you? Hey, you know what? At work, you know, you made some mistakes. Like, don't worry about it, boss. I'm working on being better. And the boss says, well, that's not good enough. You're fired.
Well,
you'd be mad.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Because there's something called a performance review. And I've been at my job for 12 years. And every year since I've been at my job, my performance review has gotten better.
Gotten better. You know, what if they didn't give you that grace to get better?
No. They hired me.
I'm quite sure the company expectation was not to get better.
The expectation of me getting better.
That's what they did. No job has an expectation of you getting better. They hired you to do a job. They paid you X amount of dollars, and they expect a return on their investment of X amount of work. If your work isn't meeting up to that expectation, you're in violation of company policy. Hence, your performance review, they may like you and say, okay, well, hey, you keep getting better. But if they choose to say, hey, this person has been trying to get better, we ain't got time for this because I got somebody I could bring in maybe for $2 cheaper an hour, and then they're already there. Have a great day.
That's how it works in your state. That's how it works in your
That's
state.
how it work where you work at. You lucky.
Yeah, I've been in business and I'm a DM. Trust me. There's a lot. I'm talking about true management. Go check it.
I ain't know. That's how.
If you ain't there, if you ain't in those conversations, I'm the one doing a performance review. I'm telling you some facts.
Me too.
Right now, Sumo. Am I lying?
Me too.
Oh, that's Mr. HNIC right there.
No. I believe him, but me too. I do performance reviews too, and I hire people as well. If I gave somebody a performance review 3 years in a row, and they asked, "Hey, it's not getting better," and they're getting worse.
You gave somebody 3 years worth of time to not be at the company expectation. Then at that problem, the problem isn't them, it's you.
How? Okay.
From a managerial perspective, trust me, because how long am I going to allow somebody to not perform and make the company or me the money to affect my bonus? 3 years, 365 times 3. I'm letting you do that. At that point, it's not the employee's fault because now the company or the person that's the representative is allowing them to be less than the company expectation. The company's standards and store procedure manual or standards and practices does not have a margin of you can do less than and you good to go. We're going to keep paying you all your money. They're going to pay you all your money in the expectation that you do the work and the quality and the expectation that they put in your job description.
And 3
years is a long time. I'd have fired them. Well, 90 days. Hey, you still not there? If I've given you all the skill and the training, if the issue is the will, then I'm not paying the will. I'm paying the skill.
I need to work at your job.
You do.
So does Jade.
I can help you out with that. Trust me.
You work at your job.
So does
we
Jade.
hiring. We hiring. Don't get it twisted. We hiring.
She could have tasted the real world a long time ago. Because every time somebody bring up Jade, man, it's just a million black men that just want to just defend her. And I get it, bro. She's black. I get it.
James. Let me get the LeBron.
We talk about white wrestlers the same way as we talk about Jade, bro.
You know what? I agree with you because we don't.
I'm firing you too, KG.
But it's true. We don't talk about white wrestlers like that. But we know.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Do.
No, y'all
Not
don't.
all the time.
No, y'all don't. That's how I got on this show because of Jade.
Now, you know for a fact we got to be twice as good to be considered half as good. And does she bring it all the time? No, I really think she's falling off, but we don't. That's the problem. We don't know what the back end is, what the inner workings is. Are they really just pushing her, but not doing anything to train her? I agreed that when she came to the main roster, I was like, no, she should have went to NXT first. Because that's where you hone your skills. That's where NXT replaced any OVW. OVW had your Jim Cornettes and everything. So you had the old school players in there telling you what to do. Who's sitting backstage right now, really, that is not in an active career that's really talking to these cats and building them up to do this stuff?
There you go again, giving her excuses.
But no, I'm asking a question. It's not her. It's her. It's
specific question, not about Jade. The only people, it's the active wrestlers helping each other.
But why is
the only old timer, and I'm not calling that, but the only old timer in reference to longevity that's there, truthfully, right now is Paul Heyman, but he's busy.
And Hurricane
he can't do so much. So you got CM Punk helping. You got AJ Styles when he was there technically helping. You've got people that have been around in the industry for a while that are still active. Rey Mysterio helping, but it's not Dusty Rhodes.
So what you're saying, KG, is that
Bobby Roode, and you've got oh god, he was with Nitty. What's
KG? What I heard from your take just now was the WWE locker room sucks. That's what you just pretty much said. You saying it's no veterans there and all these young people.
No, I said the veterans are
No,
the
he
ones.
said-
No, I
helping
said
the young-
KG. I said KG.
Oh, KG. Oh, okay.
Yes.
But here's the thing. What?
And I'm gonna give you an example real quick while you're thinking, right? I was just listening to Xavier Woods talk about it. He said for a long time, The Undertaker was the one that would sit there, watch everybody match, pull people to the side, and do things. Once Undertaker stopped, he realized, hey, oh snap, I gotta stop playing Tekken, and I actually have to be the one to step to the side now and look at these younger wrestlers and tell them what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. I was lucky enough to have The Undertaker to do that. I got so used to him doing it, it never occurred to me that now it's my turn to do it.
Right.
And let's not act like the Attitude Era had a whole bunch of old dudes around. They had Briscoe and Patterson.
Yeah.
They didn't have a whole bunch of dudes there. Dusty was still active. Ric Flair was still active. There
But
wasn't
that
a
was
bunch
also Vince was the final word, so you didn't even have a chance to have a thought.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. That goes back to what I'm saying about making up excuses for her. There has been time periods in wrestling where everything you just said about the locker room and all that stuff, Stone Cold and them didn't have that.
Well, you don't think they had that with Pat Patterson? Because
No.
Pat Patterson broke a lot of wrestlers in. He trained with a lot of wrestlers. He did in-ring talent with a lot
It's
of
a
wrestlers.
known fact that Pat Patterson is known for his ideas and finishes, not the rest of the match. They said if you want to get a full match, you don't go to Pat Patterson. If you can't figure out the finish, then you go to Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson was not telling DX what to say.
No. Because that's what something I thought about, and I see what you're saying. You got to have a personality to have a personality.
Or
And
you
maybe she
not
doesn't have
good
a
at something.
personality. Maybe that's it. Maybe she doesn't have a personality.
No,
Well, let me ask you all this, just to change the tide, because I think this also is not really changing the tide because it's also poking the bear, but just from a different direction. Coming out of tonight, just moving forward, but going backwards, Sami Zayn is a world champion. A lot of people said the same thing about why is Sami still getting as many chances, and just removing color and everything else, just talking about a performer. Now, granted, Sami can wrestle, and he's got moves he's named that are just pretty much industry standard, so he's better on that. But he was dismissed for a long time. Is it fair to say Jay needs to get out the game, but Sami has finally got his just due at his homeland, nonetheless? But that's been years in the making, and he's had some chances, and we knew Sami ain't winning this.
Hey, Sumo,
What do you think about that comparison? Or is there a comparison?
Sumo, how you deal with this every week, bro? This man just compares Sami Zayn to Jay Cargill, bro. That's what I mean, man.
I'm posing a question. It's a general question because Sami was dismissed. I'm not saying that. I've already given him his accolades, so I'm not saying it's apples to apples, but it's, hey, this guy's not going to make it. Why is he still on the roster? He's a waste of time. Why is he getting these opportunities? He don't deserve it. We know he's going to lose. The litany of all the trash talking and naysayers for Sami Zayn that there's people now that don't believe Sami should have beat Cody.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Versus Jade that, we're saying what we're saying. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just asking a question.
Because
What's the fundamental difference between the two? And though wrestling prowess aside, in the conversation, I'm just posing that.
Because Sami had to get it out the mud and Jay just got pushed to the moon.
I was going to say the same thing.
That's the difference.
That's right. I just wanted to see what the thought process was.
The people that don't like Sami, they don't dislike Sami. They dislike his character at the moment.
Okay.
There's not too many people that hate on Sami Zayn, for real, to be honest with you. Now, there might be people that think he may be boring sometimes and things of that nature, but for the most part, Sami has been a fan favorite regardless what he was a heel. For example, his work with the Bloodline, that made him go here because everyone loved him being the goofy guy of the Bloodline and being the comedic relief in the Bloodline. And then from there, before then, when he was doing Johnny Knoxville stuff, people loved that. Before then, when he was beefing with Kevin Owens, beefing with his best friend, Sami Zayn has been, since he's been in WWE in the main roster, he's been a relatable person. He might have been the most relatable wrestler to the normal person they have on their roster. That's why people like him. So
would Sammy be a good person to support Jade if to help her become more relatable? Because they got at least, the hater rate in common.
I don't think that y'all understand what I'm saying about Jade. I don't think there's any help at this point. And I just think that people think I'm being harsh. I just think that this was I'm trying to think of somebody. Sumo, give me somebody, man, that they did this with. I said this before. They're trying to make her Batista. But they didn't surround her with what they should have surrounded her with from the jump. I'm not going to say that WWE doesn't deserve some type of blame because they shouldn't have pushed her as much as they pushed her.
Agreed.
But the fact that she's out there, put it this way, man. We've all watched wrestling 30, 40 years. All of us have watched wrestling for a long time. I think it's safe to say, and I'll give y'all my respect for real. I really mean this. I think that we're all smart enough to tell when somebody's really, really trying and somebody's really, really putting in the work. I think Jade Cargill's paycheck does not equate her talent, and she's just going along. I think they pushed her to be the next Brock Lesnar / Batista, and she's like Salvia Vega. I think they pushed her like Brock Lesnar, and she's freaking really like.
I don't know. You threw Quang out there.
Nah, she. You know who she's like. You know who she on the level she's like, and he's a way better wrestler than her, and he should have got way more out of that company than her. Cesaro. She's on that level. That's the level she should be on. He should have been higher than her.
Now, you need to watch that Chris Van Vliet with Paul Heyman. He talked about Cesaro and the downfall of Cesaro. Not plugging it because Chris ain't paying me, but Paul Heyman touched on that, which is ironic that you said that. Make sure y'all check that out to get the context because I don't want to ruin it. But I understand what you're saying when you make that comparison with Cesaro.
Like I could go out, here's the thing, and I'm not saying Jade, if you ever see this, I'm not
come over there and be like, "What you said?"
No. Because hopefully, I hope we both our podcasts get big enough that I can meet her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
and, get to know her. Just on
an interview
on a professional level. Jade, I am not saying that you're the worst thing ever. What I'm saying to you is, and I'm not saying that you can't get better. What I'm saying is, everyone wanted to be a basketball player at some point. I can go out there and shoot 100 jump shots. That does not mean I belong in the NBA. And I think that Jade, for her look, everyone should not be in WWE. And I don't think that she's ready yet. And I think we keep making excuses for her being ready because she's a black woman. And I really hate when we do that. I really hate when we do that because it handicaps them and they don't realize the truth. Like she be getting mad when she be seeing haters on what you call it, on the internet, on Twitter and stuff like that. Jade, you're a heel. They're supposed to say negative things about you. Why are you getting emotionally invested? You're a fucking heel. That's what I mean about her. It's partially her. Because when she go around, I don't know if you follow her on Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not refuting you because her mentality is still, we'll call it challenged.
And you're a heel.
Yeah, she needs to look at what's Baron Corbin's real name?
Oh damn, I forgot it. I know you're talking about though. I know you're talking about.
That's a true heel. Like if you're gonna be there, be there.
Drew McIntyre,
be there.
Perfect example of a perfect heel on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we.
Kevin Owens. He just told somebody to F off the other day.
That's the person she need to be working with right there.
Yeah, but oh man,
that's the person she needs to be working with right there. To help her with her faces, help her with her sale, helping her with all that. That's the person she needs to be working with. And we don't know if she has or she hasn't. All I'm saying is Sumo's been hella quiet on this segment because I know what that means. He let me get my shit off because he don't want to be the one to say it today. You're welcome, Sumo.
I'm just letting you cook, man. You know, I'm just letting you cook.
No, because I already know we're gonna have you back on our show. We're gonna give you a whole. You can do the same thing because I know you feel like we feel, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if there was something that you were saying wrong or I disagreed with, best believe I would chime in. But there's nothing I can say against what you're saying. I mean, I root for her. I really do. I want her to be better. I want her to get the most out of this career with WWE that she can. I just don't know what the linchpin is going to be. I mean, what is it her? Is it the people around her? You know, is it somebody holding her back? I mean, what is it? We don't know what it is, and she's not doing anything to try to change it. So, you know, what is it? I mean, she acts like the way it looks to me is that she acts like she's got one of those ironclad contracts to where she can't get out. They can't fire her, or she can't get out. They can't get out of the contract, or she got something on somebody. You know, so I don't know. You know, she got some pictures in the vault that she what's some shits, the boxes in the banks and shit.
Yeah,
you know, she got some pictures of somebody that, you know, she don't release if she gets fired. You know.
Don, let me ask you this question, Don.
Yeah.
If Vince was in charge, do you think he would have aborted the mission by now?
Twice.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's the one flaw I think Triple H has.
I will say this because Vince aborted the mission of B-Fab twice, but I will give B-Fab this one credit. If you follow her and go back to watch her Instagram or her Twitter, she goes there and she cuts promos.
Mm-hmm.
When she was fired and all that stuff. I mean, her promos, I'm like, where the hell is that when you got 20,000, you know, around you or something like that? But man, you know,
that's called being held back by management.
No, well, yeah, but that's what, you know, that level of let me put the work in got her back twice.
She's still cutting them same promos. I follow her, so
yeah, she's cutting them.
She's still cutting them same promos. She's still
on TV. Jade's not doing that.
You know what, KG?
Hollywood's point. Jade's not doing that on her personal time. She posted Instagram pictures. Like, hey, we don't care.
I can't.
At this point, I don't care.
KG, I got a question because you just did it again. You blamed it on the management. So let me ask you a question: is management holding back LA Knight?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been saying that for years.
Okay.
Yeah. That's been documented. Triple H is not giving that dude.
Got you. Okay, so we being fair. We being fair then. We being fair.
Yeah.
I don't think they hold it back.
Man, get a chance.
I don't think that they hold it back, B-Fab. I just think that everybody has a role on the show, and
now,
her role on the show was not necessarily
because they're just not giving her. How's she the best promo in the group? Technically,
that ain't saying nothing.
I mean, she got the most experience out the group.
Technically, because she's cutting them.
I don't think she got the most experience.
Oh wait, who he said? B-Fab or Michin?
He said B-Fab.
Oh, I thought he said Michin. My bad.
No.
I don't think B-Fab is getting held back, bro. I think B-Fab is a part of the show that she needs to say. See, some wrestling fans, I've realized this. There's some wrestling fans that are like KG that believes everybody should be the champion.
No, it's more.
And there's realistic wrestling fans like myself, Sumo. You know what I'm saying, Don. You know, King Mel, J. Will, and KG. Think every. You know, we had a before we brought Mel onto the show, we had a list. We were trying to do the top 10 wrestlers of all time list, right? and fat ass Jay Will and Jose. Oh, they tried to put Mick Foley on the top 10 of all time. That's how you are, KG.
What? Ho.
And I love you to death. I love you to death. You my guy.
I'm not dead. Like, I believe certain people, when you look at their body of work, I always felt that LA Knight was being held back. He's one of my ones that I'm like, yeah, he should have. He was another.
He should have had something by now. I don't know.
He should have had what he should have did.
Something.
Well, he should have had
something more.
He should have won Money in the Bank. They screwed him over on Money in the Bank. They screwed him over on the Rumble. They screwed him every time he gets close to the pinnacle. They screw him. And they screw him. They don't spit on it, no lube or nothing. They screw him royally every time.
I don't know why y'all was projecting that man to be a world champion to begin with.
Nah,
but hey,
never heard that from me.
I agree with KG.
Just something.
Listen, man. When he got hired by WWE, and it was on Valentine's Day, he started out in NXT. The most I said is, all right, I'll be satisfied if he become an Intercontinental Champion or a U.S. Champion. I am fine with his career going right there. Anything else is extra. They don't want the extra investment.
Well, shit, they whatever they gave Jade, they should have gave to him. Jade has been the queen of the ring, has had a marquee WrestleMania match. She's won the championship already. She's been the U.S. champion already. Like, come on, man. LA Knight deserves at least LA Knight. If anybody deserves the Kofi Mania, is LA Knight at this point.
Something.
Even if you gave it to LA Knight right now,
and they got to cash in on.
But you got to do
just something.
LA Knight. If you want, we talk about sending people everywhere. LA Knight could go to TNA. I would let LA Knight cook in TNA.
LA Knight was in
Do what he
TNA.
did already.
Yeah.
He
I think
came.
that was
Didn't that done it? Eli Drake.
Yeah, I think that was the value of him.
Yeah, he came from TNA.
Yeah.
He came from TNA and NWA. You want him to do the same thing he did again?
Yeah, I
As
think that
LA
was
Knight. If that's the
Who's
only
gonna
way
go as LA Knight?
LA Knight is Eli Drake.
That's his WWE name. He ain't going by
yeah.
LA Knight. He owned the rights to
There's no
Eli Drake.
As far as gimmick is concerned, there is no difference between LA Knight and Eli Drake.
Except
Only
for the
difference
dummy
is the
button. Well, it was the dummy button, right?
Yeah, the dummy thing is the only thing that's different, that's missing. And they ain't going to let him do that in WWE.
I think it would devalue him if he went to TNA.
You got to. I mean, it's one of them things. They don't use him correctly. Every time he's right there, like he's been a United States champion twice. They didn't let him really cook with that. He won the.
That's it.
Gave him the $1 million championship. What?
Yeah, that belt wasn't for him.
Oh man, Stone Cold was the $1 million champion
as the ringmaster.
Yeah, and that gimmick sucked.
Yeah. It's
just look at the speed champion. They still do the speed.
Didn't Vince fire the ringmaster at once? Or he demoted him or something, right?
He was about to fire him.
He was about
to.
And then
he was about to let him go until
and Jay Cargill, and oh my gosh.
Stone Cold said it himself. Yeah, Vince was about to fire me.
Yep.
And then
Vince was about to fire him. Vince was at one point about to fire Taker. He was about to fire, well, technically Cody fired himself, but Cody was on the chopping block.
He was about to fire The Rock.
Shawn
he was
Michaels,
going to get rid of a whole bunch of people.
Ham. He wasn't getting fired.
You know the problem with Jade?
Brett was almost fired.
Jade comes from the school of Cody Rhodes.
Literally.
And that's the problem.
Literally, she went through
Nightmare Factory.
Family.
She was in a Nightmare Factory when she was in AEW.
If she would, because I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all heard, before she went to AEW, she tried out for NXT, and they offered her a contract, but she said she didn't want to do it because her daughter at the time was very young.
Yeah.
If she would have took the contract then, even if she would have left and went to AEW, she would be well off better now than she is than not doing that.
Yeah.
Because I think AEW really I think we are humans, man. And if everybody always telling us, hey, you know, you the shit, you the shit, you the shit, you the shit. At some point, even if you're humble, at some point you start to believe that. And I think in AEW, that's what really messed her up. If I'm being honest, I think AEW really messed her up to the point because even though Don said that they wanted her because it's Tony Khan, I don't think that they wanted her for Tony Khan. I think they actually saw money in her. And I think because when WWE signed her and they put that rocket on her, I think that got to her head. Like Don said earlier, B-Fab, you see her posting promos. Jade, you see her on the beach. And I'm not saying she's not working out, but
I mean,
you know what it is right now for Jade? And I know it's going to sound like a stretch right now. I know some of y'all going to look at me right now crazy, but right now she is in the transition of when the Big Show first came to WWF. Right now.
I see that.
It took a very long time for people to actually appreciate the Big Show. Even when they gave him an opportunity, he gave it away. He had to go back through developmental. He had to lose weight. He had to figure certain key things out for him to actually become the Hall of Fame Big Show that we know as him now. It took a very long time because you got to remember, like Mike just said, when he was in WCW, first match, your very first match, you beat Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
You at the top, brother. You at the you think ain't nothing else after this point. He go to WWE. They said, "Oh, we see all them bad intangibles." Undertaker said, "Come here. I'm gonna knock all of them shits right out of you." Boop, 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 boop. When that wasn't working, they sent his ass right down there to developmental. Right down there, OVW and all types of stuff. You need to lose weight. You need to get your life together, or you gonna be fired. That's what it is. She right now she needs to be put in a point where it's either career or bust.
Some adversity. Because the way I look at it is the push that she got. Lash Legend should have got that push.
Yep.
And Lash could have killed it.
Talking about the Big Show, when he came to WWE, they didn't know what they wanted to do with him. But I do remember early on when he had a match against this is early. I mean, this is like 99, so this is SmackDown special. This wasn't SmackDown official. This is a special. He had a match against Test, and he drop kicked Test. Like he would literally do drop kicks and stuff like that.
Nope. And the Undertaker said, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
Undertaker told his ass. Undertaker told his ass.
was coming off the top rope.
Yep.
Yeah.
All that.
And Undertaker tore his ass up.
But I also
Undertaker said it multiple times to him. He used to smack him in the middle of the ring, smack the shit out of him in the middle of the ring when he used to fuck up. Because y'all forgot he was his tag team partner.
Yep.
So Undertaker used to smack the shit.
99, man.
Undertaker used to beat his ass.
When Undertaker and Big Show versus Mick Foley and Mankind at the time and The Rock, and the Rock and Sock connection was born that night. And it started a nice little feud.
But I also think that he came in also at a time where the wrestlers in WCW were bigger, and then the wrestlers in WCW when WWE was smaller. So it was kind of hard for him to make that transition.
Yeah.
Because he always worked big in WCW.
I want to get to this one real quick.
You let our culture down. Hey, Kevin. Your name is Kevin Abu. Your parents let you down. And you're a Miami Heat fan. You let Miami Heat down, and I'm a Miami Heat fan.
I understand it's your first time here, but one thing we don't do is let the culture down. It's called being accountable and holding each other accountable as a culture.
And
if
also,
something's fucked up, we can't keep saying, "Yeah, she's great, she's great, she's great." Yes, she has flaws. If it can be fixed, it can be fixed. We all not going to agree. Don't think it's putting her down and y'all hating. We have to get out of this thing of when you say a performer is not good at something, it's not hating if they're not fucking good.
Then why you hating on the Killer Bees?
Hey, KJ, I'm gonna shoot you some bell too. Hey, if I let the culture down, you must not follow me on Instagram, bro. I'm in total heel mode, bro. I've done so much for our culture within the last 6 years. I don't want to hear nothing about me letting the culture down because I'm not sitting up there riding with somebody. It's like me saying I'm supposed to champion Charleston White. Kiss my ass. No, I am not just championing somebody because they black, bro.
Yeah,
that's the same shit that them MAGA people do.
It's a whole thing. Yeah, we can go on a ride, but everybody can't go. It don't work like that. I mean, you could be a fan of somebody, great, but if it's something that's not working, it's not working. We don't agree that it's like that, but points have been made. We proved the point.
The one person that none of us have said she needs to be put with, and it's going to be pushed back because she'll be the first technically Paul Heyman girl on stream. She needs to be with Paul Heyman ASAP.
Well, she says she wanted that, but they're not pulling the trigger on that
ASAP.
But guess what? You know what that would fix?
And Paul was cool with that.
That will fix her having to. Jeez, that will fix her having to be on the mic because she has what? A mouthpiece.
Well, I would do more than that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I would down.
And I might have to get ready to jump off because I gotta let my laptop cool down because it's giving me some troubles. But watch that interview on YouTube. Paul Heyman laid out exactly how he built, literally, to paraphrase, the tribal chief character, all the way down to how Roman gets the microphone. Now, if we can break her down and she's open to be built back up, maybe on this last year and a half or whatever, she can do a little something.
That's who she is. She's the big dog.
She needs to drop that belt. But, maybe as an IC champion, she can have an end of a career that can be substantial enough to say, okay, she was a good or okay IC champion. Or dare I say it, she's built back up to be in title contention for something greater. But, watch that because, I'm listening to Paul Heyman break that down. I'm like, I don't even think that's what you were doing intentionally. I thought it was just, okay, give me the microphone. Don't look at me. All these things that Paul told Roman, it's like, man, masterclass right there. People should watch that just to learn what the hell to do.
She needs to go away and do exactly what Punk did when Punk became a Paul Heyman guy and put her in a truck. And then they roll down the window. And then on the other side of the truck is Paul Heyman.
Yeah. And
she gets that's
a one-on-one with the Undertaker. And she get rolled out in the hearse.
That's probably who tell her how to wrestle. Teddy Long.
Teddy Long.
Never mind.
I'll let you play.
Y'all go say I'm letting the coach down even more. I'm gonna leave his ass alone.
That's for the culture right there. But gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry
leave Teddy alone.
I'm sorry I got to jump off a little early, but this fan, I got to let it cool down before it melts. But thank y'all for jumping in. Keep rocking because it's a hell of a good show. And then I'll catch up with all y'all later.
All right, Don.
All right. Thank you.
We still got one more match to get to before we get out of here. You had a triple threat. You had Sami Zayn versus Cody versus Gunther for the undisputed WWE title. This right here, Sami Zayn wins it. He's your new undisputed WWE champion. How long is this run gonna last? But I don't think Gunther was too happy. He showed some video backstage where he was yoking people up. So have at it, gentlemen. Because this one right here, I caught a lot of it, but I was just like, yeah, we're in Saudi Arabia. They're going to, if they don't put this on Sammy, Cody's going to retain, and then we'll just keep going. But this was already a foregone conclusion, gentlemen.
I thought Gunther was winning this match. I'll tell you that right now. I walked in thinking Gunther was going to win this match. Honestly, I'm not upset Sammy won. As long as it wasn't Cody Rhodes leaving the arena with the champion, it was a good night for me. Cody Rhodes need to go away. Cody Rhodes need to go figure some stuff out right now. Just relax, bro. Just relax. Come back in a later time. That's how I feel, honestly. Congrats to Sammy, Gunther. You gave Cody 2 power bombs. You should have just gave him one more in the goddamn ring and you would have been a champion. But hey, good roll up, Sammy. Take your flannel shirt, We'll see you on Friday nights holding that champion. Maybe the ruler Obafemi will challenge you.
Thank you, King Mel, for segueing for that because I'm going to take my time. First, I'm going to say to KG's point, the back thing. I want to acknowledge that the backstage segment. They're gearing up Nick Aldis versus Gunther.
Yes.
That's what they're going to do. That they're gearing up because that's the perfect person for him to work with. Nick Aldis, he's had his first WWE match. Still technically the GM. That's the perfect match to have a match. But I'm going to take my time and talk to Obafemi. Oba, I've been waiting to say this all night. Make the right damn decision. Because if you pick Roman, you're losing. I'm letting you know that right now. They did not invest in this new bloodline, putting Jacob in the bloodline for this to be some little short thing. And no. Obafemi, pick Sami Zayn. Now, what I'm scared of is Oba picking Sami and then Brock getting in the way and then Brock costing Oba the match. But I do not see them having Sami be the champion after SummerSlam. I just don't see it happening. Shouts out to Sami for winning his first championship. Did I see it coming? No. I thought Gunther was going to win as well. But I'm glad Sami got his one. Now we can stop talking about Sami getting another one. It's done. Sami's Hall of Fame career. Sami's now put himself into the first ballot Hall of Fame career conversation.
I actually thought Cody was going to come out of this. I didn't see. Sami being the new Mansoor of Saudi Arabia, with the undefeated, with an undefeated streak coming in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't think it was going to last through this match, but then again, this is the setup for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Not saying that Sami Zayn is going to come into WrestleMania as champion. I'm not saying that, but this is a precursor to them coming back for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. So, good kudos to Sami. My mouth was wide open when that 3 hit. I was like, oh my goodness, for real? They let that happen? But yeah, the Nick Aldis Gunther, they've been talking about Nick Aldis coming out of the general manager position and starting to wrestle again. That will be a good match for him. That'll be a good matchup for him with Gunther. I see that happening here soon. Now, I don't know if it's going to be SummerSlam, but it could happen. But yeah, I mean, that whole match was just like, wow. I didn't know where that match was going to go after about halfway through. I was like, where's this gonna go? Because it was just all over the place. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here soon, because you got Obafemi got to make a decision, and I think he's going to pick Roman. I really do think he's going to pick Roman. Like you said, he ain't going to win, but I'm not expecting Obafemi to get a world championship anytime soon.
It's only right.
I do think he's going to pick Roman, but it's only because of what he said to Jay. That's why I think he's going to pick Roman.
Right.
He told Jay, if you going to shoot, you better not miss. When I heard that part, and then he said something about, if you don't shoot, let the tribal chief or something to that nature. I'm paraphrasing here. But that's how I took the promo. I was like, oh, okay. It sounds like his eyes is on Roman. The only problem is he got Brock Lesnar still lurking in the rearview mirror. Because you can't go 1 week, you shooting your shot at Roman. Next week, you shooting your shot at Brock. You got to pick a lane, bro. Pick a lane. Close a book on one situation before you open up the next book.
But see, I see him picking Sami because, okay, if he goes against Roman, Brock is not going to get involved.
Nope.
We all know that.
That'd be stupid of him to get involved.
That'd be dumb of him to get involved. He don't like Roman neither. So what would be the point of him getting involved? Matter of fact, he probably hate Roman more than he hate Oba. So at this point, that wouldn't make sense. If he goes after Sammy, if he loses to Sammy, Brock will be the reason why he loses to Sammy. So I don't see him going after Roman. If he goes after Roman and he loses to Roman, that kills his momentum. The only way you save him to be where he is and he needs to be, and that rocket that we talked about earlier in the show, is if he goes against Sammy and then Brock gets involved.
I agree.
Because as of right now, it's not going to be him versus Brock at SummerSlam. It's going to be him versus whatever champion he picks.
I think he does double duty that night, man. I really believe. I want to keep that open mind here. I think he's gonna main event night 1 against Brock Lesnar, and then depending on which world champion he goes after, he's either gonna main event night 2 or he's gonna open up the show on being on ESPN again.
I think that's bullshit, but I hate that they put an hour on ESPN and then you gotta buy. But I digress. That's just my beef with how they handle things now. But I think Smart Money says he goes after Roman. But if he's smart and don't go after Smart Money, he goes after Sammy, destroys Sammy, and takes that title off of him, and he's your champion, which is the way it should be. I think he'll get it before 2026 is up. He'll get his first title ring. It may not be if he goes against Roman at SummerSlam by Survivor Series in November, he should be your world champion. But here's the thing: what would it profit to go against Roman and lose if you're being billed to be a monster?
Well, I think he's going to lose regardless.
Yeah, but
clean, or we just saying
no?
Losing to Roman is bad in my idea because this version of Roman Reigns has been winning every match, quote unquote, clean, right? So most likely he's going to do the same thing to Oba. Now, if Oba challenges Sammy, as Mike stated, Brock can get involved and cost him that match.
Because y'all know who's taking that belt off of Sammy, right?
Who?
Punk. So they can set up Punk and Cody.
Again?
No, because this time Cody will be chasing.
They never did Punk and Cody. They never did Punk and Cody at this level.
Yeah, they never did Punk and Cody, period.
They never did Punk and Cody. They never.
And Punk and Sammy right now is a babyface. Before this match, he was not a babyface. He was faking like he was a babyface, but that he was really a heel. He was calling himself the good guy, whatever. He won this match for at least until SummerSlam. Everyone's going to love him. He's going to get babyface reactions. When you bring Punk back the very first week, Punk is going to be back as a babyface, and then he's going to change. And I think that Punk is going to he's going to turn into the heel where you guys, I went away because of you people. You people made me go away for a while. I said I wasn't going away, but you guys made me go away, and I went away because of you guys. And then he's going to beat Sammy, and then Cody's going to come back as the old American hero, say, hey, don't you talk to these people like that. Because Cody refuses to ever be a heel. So he's going to come back, and he can't because the movie coming out soon. But Street Fighter's coming out.
That's probably a reason why he dropped the belt tonight.
I think so too.
But
I think
honestly, but I think my bad. Go ahead, KG. So what I was going to say to add on with Mike, I think CM Punk might be the only person besides Roman to actually give us an interesting story with Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Like he's the only person that can actually bring out something to where we actually care what Cody Rhodes is doing. Because at this given point in time, it's like, okay, Cody Rhodes have a match. Yep, he won this match. I don't need to watch it. It could be a good match, but nah. You'd be like, I don't need to watch it. So him losing tonight was a wonderful thing for me. That's the only thing I wish for this whole event. Cody is to lose the champion. And that's not saying Cody is doing a bad job as a champion. That just means sometimes it's best that you remove yourself as a championship holder right now.
Yep.
So that this way the bigger plan can actually play into effect. Because right now we don't believe anybody could beat you right now.
And plus, Punk technically, if you still wanted to keep the belt on Sammy, or if Oba wins the belt, Punk and Cody does not need a belt attached to it for it to be a dynamic feud.
Here's something you said, Hollywood, and I gotta slightly disagree about Cody being a heel. This is what I've been waiting for, because like that whole American Nightmare run, when he was in the Indies before AEW, when he was in the Indies, that American Nightmare run, that's what put him back on the map. And he was back in the stratosphere of like, oh shit, Cody's serious.
I didn't say that he couldn't be a heel. I said
you said he refused to be, and that if he's refusing to be a heel, like, dude, you missing out on money.
We saw
like
that. The only reason why he had to leave AEW because he refused to be a heel.
Mm-hmm.
That run, but that American Nightmare run, like I mean, I've always watched the Indies, but everything he did, I was watching. You know, the pictures with him in the suits, sitting there with the dire wolf, the albino dire wolf at that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's hot, man.
But here's why you don't turn him heel against Punk, because this is what Punk can say to him. Hey kid, you left here, you started your own company. Great job. You needed me to make money. Ooh. You needed me from not wrestling for 10 years to come out of retirement for you guys to make a profit on a gate. You're always going to be in my shadows, kid. Ooh.
And he already little bro on him. He already, because remember when he first interacted with Punk when he came back, he said, "Yeah, your dad told me to keep an eye out for you." So he's always going to little bro him.
Always. So I get what you're saying. I agree. You could turn Cody heel, but I think what you suffer if you keep Punk as the face, you suffer with the same thing that you suffer with Cody. I don't think at this point we want to see CM Punk as a babyface. As the fans that have known Punk, that have followed Punk, that know genuinely, because when did Punk come back? What year was that for AEW?
You said what year before AEW?
So when he came back for AEW, what year was that?
What was that, 22?
2021?
21, yeah, 21. Since he's been back for 5 years straight, he's been a babyface. We, as wrestling fans that know CM Punk, we want that grit. We want that dude that just says F it. We want that dude. We want this, not straight ass society Punk, but we want that Punk where he had the belt for all that time period. And he was going out there. We want him to say, your arms are too short to box with God. We want that Punk. And I think that they know that, especially this is how I know that he's probably turning heel. Because when the reports came out that the WWE and him was beefing, that SmackDown, the very first opportunity WWE had, they said, oh, no. He about to be a Fanatic Fest. Like, no, we good. We love CM Punk. So turn his ass heel. Say Cody's a TKO corporate ass kisser. And you can go wherever you want with it at that point.
But does Punk need to be a full-on heel?
Yes.
I mean, because he's pretty much like Stone Cold. He's like that. He's like a tweener. He can just be himself, and he can just do whatever whatever.
But why would I buy into a babyface one when you told us you wasn't going to leave, and then you ain't been back since that week that you said you weren't going to leave?
Nah, He need to go full on heel,
got
ball
to.
head, everything. Like go
First
full
thing
on.
he need to say, I told y'all people that I was never going to go anywhere, and you people turned on me. Even though they didn't turn, nobody turned on him. Nobody turned on him. But he just lost it. TKO, you told me that you invested in me and you believed in me and you made me lose to that piece of shit Roman Reigns. I'm sick of these corporate people. I've never been able to work with corporate people. I couldn't work with the old man Freaky Vince. Now you got Nick Khan. He's already thrown shots at TKO.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go full on heel. I get what you're saying, though, Sumo. He is a tweener to the most part. But when he was at his best, is when he had that long championship run. He was a full on heel at that point. And that was the best version of CM Punk in WWE.
True.
The second time was when he was straight edge society. That was a hell of a heel run. I got a question for y'all, KG and Sumo. With what happened this weekend, who wins Money in the Blank now?
KG thinking LA Knight.
Hey man, stay out of my brain.
KG still thinking LA Knight, man. He's still rooting.
Because look,
he said if Sami Zayn can win the WWE champion after losing 10 times in a row, LA Knight still got a fighting chance.
Man, because when I tell you, you got lightning in the bottle. LA Knight had the mic skills, he had the entrance, he had the in-ring skills, he had everything going for him, and WWE dropped the ball. It's been so many instances over the years, especially we've been doing this show since 2018. August 2018, we've been doing the Wrestlemaiacs. And we talked about them dropping the ball so many times on talent that should be the next up. They should be the next up. They should be the next up. And they just never do anything with them. Because LA Knight has been that guy for the longest, and they will not do anything with him. They will not. He should have made a status 4 years ago.
The knock on him is his age, bro.
Because they make it.
Yeah, he came in 20 years in.
Yeah, like the knock on him is his age, man.
Well,
like
even AJ Styles came over. How long had AJ Styles have been in Ring of Honor? He made his bones in TNA really good for everybody in the States. And then you made him a main eventer immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
They ain't make him a main eventer immediately.
That's AJ
It
Styles.
took some time.
I just feel like they never used AJ Styles correctly. I mean, AJ Styles. Who would you rather have?
Whoa, we ain't gonna do that here. We ain't gonna sit here and lie.
AJ Styles WWE or TNA AJ Styles?
We ain't gonna sit here.
AJ Styles.
We ain't gonna sit here and say they ain't never made AJ Styles use him correctly.
Man,
that's the one. That's one of the most people that I seen won a champion the quickest.
Yeah,
that man. He won. He was a Grand Slam champion within 3 years within that company. 3 to 4 years.
I felt he should have been champion a lot more than what he was.
What you mean? He had one of the longest reigning WWE champions in modern day history.
Yeah, I think that I'm agree with Mel. I think that he did a lot with what he did. They did a lot for him, but to say he should have been champion more at that time period is taking it away from people that at the time, who are you going to take it away from?
Do you remember, like, they made him a 2-time WWE champion? Do you remember the first time he won it? You remember who he beat?
No, who did he beat? Refresh my
memory. Dean Ambrose. He took the belt off of Dean Ambrose.
Yep.
After Dean Ambrose won the champion on Juneteenth, when the Shield, all members of the Shield won the champion. He turned around and beat Dean. He beat Dean Ambrose. You remember the second person he beat?
Who did he beat?
Jinder Mahal.
Another talent they wasted. Go ahead.
And he went on.
Wait a minute. What did you say?
Oh, no. Fellas, I'm gonna tell you something about KG.
Mike, I don't even know why.
This guy is a mark for damn Jinder Mahal. I'm trying to tell you.
That's why I said it earlier. his love for mediocre is amazing. Like, it makes sense now why he defends Jay Cargill. Jinder Mahal.
Yo, you gotta
He
remember
loves him some Jinder Mahal now.
when
My man had
AJ
the worst Punjabi prison match ever.
when AJ took the belt off of Jinder Mahal, he held the belt for over a year until Daniel Bryan was able to take the belt from him. So you can't say like AJ didn't get the rings. AJ got the rings. He won every title that you could think of. Tag champion with Omos. He had the U.S. title feud with Kevin Owens. And he was the Intercontinental champion when they came out with the brand new design and stuff.
AJ was what Sting should have been
in WWE.
If Sting would have came over earlier, that's what Sting would have got what AJ got. Instead, he got his neck almost broken off by Seth Rollins. And beat by DX at WrestleMania.
DX versus the NWO.
Which I thought was the right call. Look at KG.
Yeah.
Look at KG. Look at KG. He wanted to say they should have put Sting over.
No. I mean, DX versus the NWO was just, it was later than what it should have been, but it
was a funny moment, bro. Like, I feel like people hate that match so much, and it be the real WCW fans that hated that match in that moment.
Anybody that thought Sting should have won that match, they should stop watching. Watch the Underground only. What is it? Sumo Maple Leaf Wrestling. They should watch that.
Hey, I like Maple Leaf Wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. But I know, that's not the only wrestling you watch. I'm saying if you thought Sting should have won that match, it was a perfect story. I mean, it was the Monday Night Wars. The person that won the Monday Night Wars should have won that match, and you know.
But nah, I'm gonna tell you right now, LA Knight is a little bit too old. Now, can he win the title? Yeah, but is it likely?
Nah.
Y'all keep seeing it happen.
He gonna win one. He gonna win one. He gonna win it once.
Yeah, they'll give it to him right. Like
that man better win a battle royal to get one.
There's only one wrestler that's in WWE that would never win the world championship. You want to know who that is?
Who?
R-Truth.
Oh yeah,
he's the only one that would never win the championship.
And you know what?
And it's perfectly fine.
You ready to put the title on Danhausen?
Both of them, right now.
I'm gonna tell you something about R-Truth. You had an opportunity when they fired R-Truth, and everybody hit the roof like, "What are you doing?" They brought him back, and he was like, "There is no more R-Truth. It's only Ron Killings." Even though at his age, you still could have ran with something with that, and you could have merchandised that. You could have put something together with 6 months. Something.
6 months of what?
Something. You could have built off of that. You could have did something.
They did.
I felt that they dropped the ball. It was so weak.
What did you want them to do?
It wasn't no drop the ball. He did what his hero did. Yeah. His hero came home. He came home.
Not to mention, R-Truth doesn't give the best matches. You see how quiet it got? Because everybody knows that's the truth. Yeah, I'm still watching this show. Everybody know we love R-Truth. We love him, but that man don't give no good matches like that.
R-Truth is not the TNA R-Truth.
Exactly. He's not quick.
He is not Ron the Truth Killings in TNA.
Nope.
He is not the two-time former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Not at all.
He is not.
Not at all. He does not wrestle the same, and I don't think that's because of him. I'm not about to. It's WWE fault. No. I think that he's like Kofi. Kofi got lucky because he was young.
I think R-Truth doesn't wrestle the same. I mean, what is R-Truth? Damn near 60?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrestle the same.
But I said that to say, I think that everyone else that's on that roster is going to has either had. I mean, of course, like the Los Barriquas or whatever their name is, they're not going to get a championship match. But I'm talking about those guys that have been in that main event scene. If you main evented a pay-per-view, at some point you're going to get the championship. I don't think there's in this roster that they currently have. I don't see anybody that's not going to get a championship run. Maybe Penta might not get a championship run because
I got one for you.
Who?
Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Uso ain't never going to.
Jimmy Uso ain't winning a singles title. He is tag team specialist only.
Yeah, we said that on the show. Like Jimmy Uso, when you look at his 2K card, that drink, you know how everybody else say brawler or grappler, that drink just say tag team. You talk about typecast, boy. I mean, but he might get one. He might get one.
Why wouldn't you put a belt on? Why wouldn't you give a run to Penta? Like now, Penta's pretty goddamn good. I don't know about y'all, but
Here's the thing.
Got a mask.
Here's the thing with Penta, right? He's gonna get, if he ever wins a world champion, it's gonna be like a Rey Mysterio run. It was cool for the moment, but after 3 months, yo, we need you to run that shit up.
Jim Cornette said this, and I've been stuck on this ever since he said this about a couple years ago. He said that when you do marquees and you do like big time matches, you have to name match the names. Penta versus somebody else does not sound like a heavyweight title match. And it's just that simple as that. It's like kind of like why they didn't make your girl Jade Cargill the glamour girl. They named her Jade Cargill because that sounds better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock sounds good. You know, LA Knight, surprisingly, whoever, you know, that sounds good. Sami Zayn was just when you get to the Sami Zayns and people like that, and the LA Knights as well, that's sympathy. That's the, hey, bro, you've been here, you've been the employee of the month, couple of months. Let us give you something, you know what I'm saying, to make you feel good, you know what I'm saying, about yourself. Like Kofi. Kofi is the poster boy of, damn it, all right, here you go.
I can't say what I'm getting ready to say, but that's that here, motherfucker. Get on.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with LA Knight, he's gonna have that. But I agree with my counterpart, King Mel. Jimmy Uso's never probably gonna have that.
Now, when you say Penta, I don't know. I said I can admit this. I'm among wrestling fans, so I can admit this. I've done the little Penta strut in the store before because I found something I was looking for and I was a little happy. So I've done that before.
Yeah, but are you interested in seeing Penta on ESPN First Take? No, I'm gonna answer that for you. No.
I don't really care for First Take at all. I think that is probably one of the worst shows on TV. I hate First Take.
I do too, but I'm saying you got Danhausen on that joint.
Now I would love to see Penta on Pat McAfee. I'd watch Penta on Pat McAfee.
Why the hell would you do? Come on now. Come on. Hey, don't y'all got ending credits? Like, ain't there some credits that like, ain't the music coming on? Where I want to be. Like, hey, where that at? Because Penta on what is him and Pat McAfee going to talk about?
I don't damn know, but but if you now, all jokes aside, if you say would I watch him on First, would I watch him on ESPN? Probably not. I probably wouldn't. And I'm just going off of in-ring ability and likability. I think that Penta is he's likable. He has the in-ring ability to, you know, be a world champion. But will it happen? Hell no.
He's not a WWE creation either.
No. And you know they're not going to put nothing over they didn't make. We talked about that earlier.
That's not true.
Well, Cody.
They didn't make this version of Cody.
They didn't make this version of Cody.
You know, you know, but they when they put the belt on Cody finally, it wasn't because they made him, it was more along the lines of we trying to right the wrong of never giving your father a title shot. So we
Hell no.
They give two shits about that.
Hell no. They ain't care about that enough. See, you see how Cody tried to add that sentiment in to make people believe in him.
But that's all they kept talking about. It's all about finishing the story. You know, Dusty was here and Dusty never got a championship.
Cody set that shit up the very first Monday Night Raw that he came back after beating Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I have to go on my Republican Don sentiment. Cody was printing money at the time. That's why they put the belt on him.
Right.
At that time, he was printing money.
Plus, Dusty did get title shots. He's back in the WWF.
Yes.
Against shit.
Buddy, was it Buddy Rogers?
No, it wasn't Buddy Rogers. It was shit. Why can't I think of his name? I just thought of it.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Billy Graham. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah. He had a three match series against Billy Graham. And almost won the title on one of them, but I think it was a disqualification.
Yeah, and that's the picture that Cody referenced in his house until his father died.
Right. What holds LA Knight back is that he's mediocre in the ring and he don't print money.
He did print money, but
nah, he never printed money. It wasn't a bunch of people. It wasn't a bunch of people running around with LA Knight merch.
Yes, bro. You couldn't buy an LA Knight shirt at one point. That's how fast they were selling out online.
Yeah, but who was he competing with at the time?
What you mean?
Printing money means you got about 5 or 6 shirts at the same time. Danhausen is printing money.
He had like 5 or 6 shirts. The LA Knight shirt that I had to get for him, I had to get it one size smaller than what I normally get. Because that's how much them shits was selling out. And it took about almost 2 months for me to get that shirt.
So, okay, I get what you're saying. There's always outliers where there's somebody at the time that might be in that top 5. What I'm saying is LA Knight might have only did that once. And he's in a tough position because the people he's going against, you're going against the Bloodline, you're going against Punk, you're going against Cody, you're going against give me somebody else that he was going against at the time.
Well, at that time, Punk wasn't back yet. So at that time, probably Seth Rollins.
Seth.
And then
you gotta have a bunch. You gotta have at least 5 shirts that outsell Roman, and he wasn't outselling Roman.
No, he wasn't outselling Roman, but he was up there within the top 3.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
Like he did have like, I want to say at the time he did have like 6 shirts.
Listen, man, all I'm gonna say is this, man. Give my man Danhausen both belts, man. I ain't trying to hear nothing else you got to say. Danhausen for champion. Danhausen is the best thing that ever happened to WWE ever. He's the best thing that ever happened to sports. Although the Knicks won, and I hate that the Knicks won. I'm a Miami Heat fan, so you know. Oh, I'm about to get off here. I'm just gonna say this because some of these people are based from the DMV, like Sumo's from the DMV, KG's from the DMV. Oh, you're not from the DMV? Okay, but never mind. But if you're from the DMV, do not give Danhausen your monies to get the Wizards to win anything. It's not going to happen. I'm letting you know that right now. It's not going to happen. I don't care how much money you give him. He can uncurse them. It's not going to happen.
Hey, my Hurricanes had a curse on them for like 2 games. Somebody paid them off.
But see, that works with y'all. The Wizards have something called a disease. You can't uncurse some diseases. And yeah. But I'm gone, y'all. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for having us on. And yeah, we'll see y'all again. I'll come over. Hey, Kevin Abu. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone, Kevin Abu. Abu. Hey, y'all remember Freddie Adu?
Yeah.
What never happened to him?
He fizzled out.
That's Jay Cargill. Bye.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know what? We gonna go ahead and we gonna wrap this shit up because we've been going
before
for a minute.
Before we go though, I got to say something to you, man. During this whole show, man, I've just been amazed at your recall ability because dates and times and folk and things facts that you've been bringing up, man. I mean, I'm pretty good at bringing up stuff from back in the day, like 70s and 80s. But as far as dates and running things like you have, as far as what happened in what order and all that, right? Like you did, like you've been doing all night, man. That's just impressive. So I just want to give you flowers while you on it. I want that on the record. So yeah,
I appreciate it. If I call myself a real wrestling fan, I sit there and I actually study my wrestling history. Just like I was gonna add, KG, you know how you was just saying like about the Dusty Rhodes situation in WWE and WWF at the time. The original plan was before Hulk Hogan, Vince wanted Dusty to be the face.
Right.
But then Dusty decided to go back to NWA, Crockett Promotion, all that type of nature. So that's when Vince decided to go with Hogan.
Shoot.
That is absolutely right.
Now see, I didn't know that.
See, I told all I do is I study wrestling. So
that is absolutely right. There was a time when Vince Sr. was looking at bringing in Dusty Rhodes full time. He was still under contract with NWA when he came through, and they had that series and was thinking about putting him, but then the contract negotiation didn't go the way Vince wanted it, and Dusty wound up going back to the NWA, and that's when Hulk Hogan came into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely right.
Well, hey, that right there to be able to recall and get it right. This is what we do it for, man. This is why we do what we do. And speaking of doing what we do, where can we see the four corners of wrestling podcasts?
You know, we on YouTube, all audio tape, quads up, quads down, four corners, the NOBO.
That's what I like to hear, man. When's your next recording? Y'all going to well, I should say
Monday.
Wow.
Monday, the episode will be out 12 p.m. at least on YouTube, early morning for the audio.
All right. So, man, thank you everybody that commented. This has been a good one, man. Like if this is gonna be what it's like after every pay-per-view, I'll do it.
And we did 3 hours in a good while, boy.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize that BJ just texted. He said, man, y'all going in. I was like, damn, we are. I looked at the clock. I was like, damn, we are. Didn't even realize we had been on that long. Didn't intend to, but this is what happens when you don't plan it and you just let the talent take over. So
yeah.
And Sumo, it ain't lost on me that you got your Stanley Cup champion Carolina Hurricanes jersey on. It ain't lost on me.
Oh yeah, you know, I wasn't able to wear it last week, so I had to throw it on this week. So yeah, no doubt. Now before we leave and everything, I should say today is gonna be a big day. It's a big wrestling day. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got 4 major companies going at it tomorrow today.
Who's the 4th?
GCW.
Okay.
GCW's got a show. We got a show today too. So, because that thanks to Perry, because I didn't even know they had something yesterday, and they had something going on today too. It's going to be some big shows, you know. And it's the weekend before 4th of July. You know, everybody's going to be taking off next week, so you know, everybody's trying to get in where they fit in for this weekend. So what y'all gonna be watching? Y'all gonna be watching TNA Slammiversary, AEW Forbidden Door. Y'all gonna be watching what's the other one? NXT's Great American Bash.
I'm watching
Great
TNA.
American Bash before I watch Forbidden Door because and I watch GCW. I will never watch Forbidden Door until they cut my check.
No, I'm watching I'm definitely watching TNA. It's too many good stuff that's happening right now in TNA, at least for me. The Amazing Red came back. I want to see if the Righteous actually gonna win the title. And I just want to see Mike Santana versus Nick Nemeth.
Sounds good. Yeah, because I'm still stuck as to what I'm gonna come home to tomorrow. But I got to work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to see. I think TNA goes on first, so I won't be home in time to start watching that from the beginning. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck on which one I'm gonna get to. I got to see which one is gonna happen, but it's gonna be interesting what happens over the course of next week. Is gonna be a big day if we're gonna go over all of it. That's gonna be a big show too if we go over everything on those 3 shows and GCW.
I ain't got no problem. I'm all down for it. So
Right.
But King Mel, thank you to Hollywood T. People's Choice Don Rodriguez had to jump, so I guess I got to fill in for him and say thank you for allowing us into your homes yet again. Be sure to tune in at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning for the Sunday Rise. Start your week off right with the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. And with that being said, diversify your bonds.
Konnichiwa, bitches.